Oh, that's always
I've
important.
now started recording. Oh darn! We
Well, you know
missed
what?
we missed
Honestly,
the first bit. Darn.
that's probably a good thing.
My new headset is 10 times better because I have been working with earbuds for like the past month or two. It feels so
I'm so
much
happy
better.
for you.
Yeah.
Yay!
All right, I'm just updating. She's
I'm writing quick notes about last session.
Okay, good. My
Yes, we will go over last session as it's been a hot second.
2 weeks.
That it has.
And we don't have Frank.
No Frank today.
No.
Ah, there we go. Updated art for she. Yay. Yay.
Ah,
That's adorable, and I love it.
Okay. So, enter the view here. So last time, on episode 2 of Aftermath, the players found pretty much they discovered that the mayor had left town for some reason and were sent on a task to try and find him in the woods. And if he was still alive, bring him back. And if he wasn't, well, then you know. And the players were able to find the mayor, who is unfortunately deceased. And among the many things that happened were mutant wolves that attacked, but the players were able to fend them off, and they gained a level up for doing so. Hooray! Level 2!
Huzzah.
Yeah, we don't get anyone hit now. Hooray.
Yay! You're almost a person! Yay!
Don't give me hope.
And in searching the mayor, you came across a strange symbol that was tucked away in like a pocket in his sleeve that you almost missed, but luckily due to some very nice investigative rolls, you were able to find this piece of paper. And upon coming back to town and reporting your findings, one of your two friends, Lysander and Sebastian had quite the reaction to the symbol. And that's basically where we left off, with some other things that happened also, but you can catch that either in the VODs or on my YouTube channel if you are not caught up. So go do that. Not right now, but, later.
I was about to say,
Duo.
now is a bold choice.
Ingest dual media at the same time, like any insane person would.
Like any TikTok.
Double fist your media.
I
know
do.
people who do
I mean, I
that.
don't do
It
that.
really impresses
I don't
me.
do that, DM, but I do listen to two things at once sometimes.
My brain would
Alright.
explode.
I watch most VODs at 1.5 speed.
I thought at first you just said 0.5 speed, and I'm like, that's awful.
Like, why would you do this to yourself?
Also, your token, for Marlo, chef's kiss.
Oh, thank you. Well,
I
thank the artist.
How
I might
dare
get
you
a
be
better
round? A round token on my square field?
I might do that too. Hell,
I hate all of
Hey, well,
squares. I'm a square. I'm a square purist.
Look, I used to do it before I found the glory of round tokens for my games, and I can't go back.
I see that you're around.
Ew.
Well, so many
Get out
so
of
many
here.
players are getting murdered today. Really
Tokens,
tragic.
what's-
It's all
circle
right. I can
tokens,
take
what's the
it.
point?
We have to double Deemee's work since he's not here today. We have to be
Apparently,
as goofy as hell.
yes.
Yeah, I'm always
agree.
goofy as hell.
Well,
Like, that's my only mode, really.
all right. Well, getting into things. So what had just happened is you showed the symbol to everyone, and nobody, well, by nobody I mean Lysander didn't react. He had no idea what he was looking at. However, Sebastian, you could see the blood sort of drain from his face as he saw the symbol, as it looked very familiar to him. And he will say, Now, you found this on the mare?
Yes.
How come? Do you recognize it?
It seems like you do.
Yes, I recognize it. He
I
will
don't think I've ever
he will
seen
go
a
over to the
sheep.
counter and he will like reach around the other side and pull out a bottle and just like pop it open and take a swig. For Oleandra, Sebastian is the calm, cool, and collected one always. This is the most flustered you've ever seen him. So it's a little jarring. After he takes his sip and he goes, oh, ooh. Well, I've definitely seen it before, but it's been quite some time. Well, I guess I owe you all a story. You see, when I was a boy, I was but an orphan on the streets of the capital. It wasn't until much later that I was taken in and given a proper education and became the magnificent Sebastian that you see now. However, at the time, I was just a little street urchin and prone to, well, getting into trouble, wandering into places that I didn't belong. And, well, one day I was going through the town, weaving in and out, stealing a piece of bread here or there, or a cherry or something, whatever I happened to think I could get away with. This one day, however, you could say I was caught, but only partially. I managed to evade my captors, running into a crowd, and, well, it turned out this crowd was for a public execution. I pushed my way through and was able to get high enough that I could see what was going on. What I saw, it's been so long. He's like, he has his like hand on his head, like he's trying to remember all the details. I remember. Oh, hold on 1 second. Music stopped.
What do you remember?
Music stopped. I remember the music
yeah.
stopped, and I must have looped
Oh, yeah.
it. I must remember to loop the music.
Yay,
Uh,
the
Oh yeah, is there supposed to be
music
music?
I have it on my end.
Gotcha.
I originally had a bot to do music in Discord so that everybody would be able to hear it, but I can't get the bot to work, so it's just on the stream's end. So nothing I can really do
Gotcha.
about it.
Oh, no worries.
You-
I have a bot you might be able to use in the future.
Well, I will be interested in using it because yeah, it's kind of annoying for you guys not be able to hear what I'm playing.
It's amazing music, though, by the way.
Well, thank you. But anyway, I'll never forget what I saw. I saw a mass of inquisitors. They're bringing forth this man in chains, and they looked the expression on their faces was, they were not only solemn, but you could tell they were scared of this man. I remember, I think it was 6 inquisitors had him by chains, and he was chained up and down his body, cuffs around his arms, shackles on his legs. He was dressed in rags. His hair was all disheveled. You couldn't really see his face because he had it lowered. And then 4 more inquisitors walked alongside with spears pointed at him the entire time. It seemed a little, overkill to me, but the murmur through the crowd, you could tell that this man was dangerous or impressive at the very least. I didn't really know what was going on at the time, but they brought him slowly to the middle of the square. They brought him to the scaffold, and they read out his crimes. He takes another swig of his drink. It's been too. I was a boy when this happened. I don't remember the details, but I do remember that he was a druid, accused of acts of terrorism against the capital. And when the inquisitors, when they read out his condemnation, his sentence, and the list of his crimes, they called him the Panther.
Ooh.
And well, after they did that, I think they. I could see his mouth move, but I couldn't hear anything. I was too far away. So I don't know if he said anything, but no one in the crowd really reacted. So maybe it wasn't that loud at all. Oh, I don't know. It was so long ago. But they kneeled him down and they took off his garments at that point, and that's when I saw this symbol tattooed on his chest. And well, from there, they pushed his head over the stone, and well, by that point I realized what was going on, and I'm I'm a merchant, not a warrior. I didn't have the stomach to watch such a thing. So I turned away, but you could hear the crowd cheer when they took off his head.
Interesting story.
That's certainly terrifying.
While I don't favor the Inquisition, that sounds like quite a dangerous individual that they dealt with.
Yes, I've not seen that symbol since.
How many years ago was this?
Oh, don't you know it's rude to ask a man his age? But if you must know, it was at least 30.
30 years ago. Are there any books or any bits of information that we could look into that connect to this individual, or do you doubt there's any notations in the history of the Panther?
I mean, it's possible for sure, but I mean that any documentation would be at the Capitol, and well, the process for getting that, well, you're going to be waiting a while.
Understandable.
I would say it's quicker to travel to the Capitol than to request for that information.
Thank you, Sebastian.
Lysander will chime in at this point. Now, when you said the mayor was attacked and it looked like a claw mark or some sort of animal attack on him, would a panther work for that?
I suppose it could have been any large creature with claws.
Can I make any sort of check to, if it's like I wasn't there, recollect on like the markings and stuff, as this is something like I fight creatures by trade for doing this, like see if that matches at all?
Sure, why don't you roll me a nature check, and I'll give you advantage in this check, because it's a, you're not asking anything too crazy, so.
Okay. Alright. Oh, that's interesting. 13.
Even with a 13, it is plausible that those claw marks could be from a panther, although if it was, it'd be a very large panther.
It's possible, but it could be the work of lycanthropes. Lysander, you said you had wolf problems. That's why I came here on a bit of business for the Hunters Guild. Do you think
I mean,
it could
wolf
be
problems,
connected?
sure, but I mean, I've not heard anything about any lycanthropes.
Alright. Definitely worth looking into. Perhaps a talk with the Hunters Guild is due at some point.
Well, you better start writing, because they're at the Capitol.
Ah. Oh, because I was sent here on... Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, the only guild in this town at the moment is the Merchants Guild. That's part of the reason why they want to upgrade to the city, because that will entice other guilds to come by.
Gotcha. Well, certainly an interesting chase they've put me on.
To me, it
Right.
seems more likely that this attack was either... Well, no, it can't be just a creature. The mayor didn't leave alone, by all accounts. So something happened to this individual.
Our second suspect.
It would appear your second suspect could be a druid.
We did find
And
that
we
shrine.
we did find that shrine.
Druids. We found a shrine? Okay, cool.
Yes, we found a druidic shrine with food offerings that was somewhat recent.
Sorry. I have a bit of memory issues from time to time.
That's all right. You took a nasty hit during the fight. You're fine.
Yes. Which is actually true. He does have memory problems. But as loath as I am to deal with druids, as I... it's definitely a lead.
Should we go back out then?
What time of day
Well,
is
I
it?
think we have more to discuss at this point. We have to decide how we are going to break the news to the town. Are we going to tell them the truth? Or are we going to, well, lie?
Lies
Ooh,
are
I
good.
like lying. Lying's fun.
A grade.
It's exciting.
I don't know. Every time, in my experience, when you lie to somebody about something big, and it comes out they trust you even less. And I do know you to be a man of good character. I'm not talking to the guildmaster. I
Yeah.
am talking to...
No, he doesn't
Just
seem to be.
out of character. That guy sucks.
Yeah, he's a bit of a...
No, but he's a schmuck, that's for sure. I know you to be a man of good moral character, and I suspect if, albeit your reign may be temporary, if you take over as the mayor and lie to people, you don't have to give them all the details, but if you lie to them overtly, they might not take to it well. Now, you could say the mayor went out for an errand or went out hunting and was slain, and that's close enough.
Or
But-
if you're in the
No, how
business
is
of
that
lying,
different than my idea of just lying? That's the same thing.
lies are a nasty thing.
Yes, it's an omission rather
But
than...
if we, and Lysander will interrupt, but if we tell them the truth, it's going to cause a panic. People are going to think that there's a druid in the city, or in the town, rather.
We don't tell them it's a druid.
Just tell them he was slain. You're not... It's a lie by omission, sure, but it's a bit better than causing a panic before any investigation has been done.
I agree.
And
if
that way,
anything,
no one can accuse you of lying, really, because you gave them information. You just didn't give them all of it.
I nod at Alejandra. And if anything, if you want to lie about something, you don't say that it was a druid. Say it was a beast. One of the ones I could be, in air quotes, hunting, or something like that. And he died a hero. People love that.
I
Gives
mean,
them
I don't
motivation.
know. I hate to say, I don't know that anyone would believe he died a hero.
It's better to honey the words than to poison them altogether.
True.
If I may add something, it might be worth it to say that someone else died with him. The guards know that 2 people left that night. That would be a loose end that we would not want to keep.
Yes. Do we have
Well,
means
I mean,
of
we-
crafting a false body?
We don't need
Wait,
to.
You guys burned the mayor.
Oh, you burned the bear?
You have to, otherwise the bodies
They
turn
will
into
slowly
shadows.
zombify.
Oh.
We burned all of it. The whole thing.
So,
Sorry.
yes. I think just saying, and I think it would be simply enough to say that he perished in a wild animal attack, which is, for what now we know, currently true.
Yes.
And that's pretty much that.
I like your thinking.
I mean, it's true also that I hate to say this, the best lies have a grain of truth in them. So if you do have to cover something up later, at least you've given them a foundation that begins with the truth.
Exactly. Fair point.
Frank from above will chime at this point, and he'll say, "Oh, I'll keep your story if you pay me extra."
That's Frank.
Lysander will be
Anyone
like,
get that reference?
I'll give you an extra gold, Frank. Just today's not the day, Frank. Today is not
Frank's-
the day.
Frank's gonna be the richest man in this town.
Frank. In his own mind, certainly.
I feel it is my duty to mention something at this point. Well, you see, I know for sure that there is, in fact, a druid in this town. Possibly,
And you
likely
didn't
two.
think to mention that earlier?
Well, okay,
Yeah.
well, you see, I don't think it's them, but again, if word gets out that a druid caused this, you know, people
go after
slip.
them.
Their stories get mixed up. Who knows what will happen? And, well, people will talk, and who knows, maybe I'm not the only one that saw this. But,
Is it the gardener?
well, you're half right.
Hmm. The
I
gardener's
happened to
child.
see exactly her child. I think his name, the little toddler's name is Lay. I definitely saw something magical coming from him, albeit briefly before Lily stopped him. But there was definitely some druidic things going on there.
How sure are you that it was druid magic? I mean, there's other kinds.
Of course there are other kinds, and he will, like, with his rings on his fingers, you know, he'll sort of do, like, a quick little, like, display of, like, different, like, cantrips, like, lights flashing and stuff. But the arcane is clearly arcane. The holy is clearly holy. Druidic is clearly druidic. In that,
forget
well,
weird
rather, it looks like
magic.
nothing else.
I just hold up my hand and produce light. I mean, yeah, it's not much, but it's magic.
I mean, there's several different types of magic, but anyway,
Yeah.
not all druids are inherently evil. Just because their ancestors
Exactly.
were pieces of crap and did something stupid, doesn't mean the ones now are. Although obviously there are some bad actors running around.
I'm not arguing with you at all, dear.
Just say,
But
no, I'm saying that people might persecute them for no reason because
People-
people are ignorant.
And people fear things that they don't fully comprehend based on bad history. It's best to keep that on the down
The
low.
DL, if you will.
there is
Yes.
one person that we're not going to be able to tell this lie to, and that's the envoy when they arrive.
Well, yes, but the envoy is from the Emperor, so I suppose it makes sense.
Yeah.
We'll just have to tell them the truth. Oh, do we have to, Lysander? That sounds so inadvisable. We want to become a city, don't we? I feel like you're shooting us in the foot by doing that.
You'll still become a city at some point. If it's not now,
The mayor
it's
was
not
already
now.
trying to do that anyway.
If we don't become a city now, it could be a decade plus before we get the chance again.
Ah. Some of you are short-lived. My apologies.
Well, it's not even that short-lived. I mean, I live plenty long, half elf. He like push his hair behind his ear.
Mm.
But I am the great Sebastian Armalis. I didn't come to this town because it was good for business. I came to this town to be the founder. And if this town doesn't become a city, who gives a fuck about being a founder?
I suppose. I understand. So what do you want us to do to make this happen?
We'll have to tread carefully with the envoy. I don't think it's in our best interest to lie to them. I think we have to tell them the truth. But that also means that whoever's escorting them, likely an inquisitor, will
Ugh.
have an interest.
We have to keep the child secret then, especially from an inquisitor.
Ooh,
Yes,
I
we
have an
don't
idea.
want to-
What if you all show the envoy around town and you just avoid Lily's residence? Problem solved.
That's a good
That
idea.
seems
You just
doable.
distract her long enough, and she won't even think to look at a little gardener's hut.
Mm. Me and
Well, and
inquisitors don't
I feel
mix,
like
really.
we could also possibly just go to Lily and tell her to disappear for a brief period of time,
Also a
just
good
in
point.
case. That way,
It may
birds
be good to
one
tell her to
stone.
stay indoors that day.
Yeah.
Yes, we can make sure we do that.
All right. What do you think, Clove? Looks like Clove and Marlowe.
Well, this is a lot to process.
Yeah,
I mean, with the whole lying thing,
I'm not a fan of
mean,
it either.
I'm a
I'm-
little
I'm
worried
not-
where, if there is a danger that we're kind of underplaying it.
Best to keep an eye out then for certain. Multiple angles to it.
As far as the, farmer, Lily, she seemed nice enough. I don't, suspect she's a bad person or anything. But definitely don't want her, unjustly, I don't know, blamed for something she may or may not be able to control.
I find
Especially-
it hard to believe that Lily would be capable of anything like that.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not
no.
saying she's a suspect or anything. I'm just saying that.
Well, unfortunately, being a druid, she sort of has to be. Now, granted, I don't think she's a good suspect, and I do not think she's guilty, but I also don't think that we can cross her off until we can figure out what happened. Because as far as I know, this other individual is at large.
Well,
The
I suppose
envoy's
that's a
coming
problem.
today, right?
What's that?
Theoretically.
The envoy's coming today, right?
Within the next couple days, the envoy's expected.
Okay. I have something I can do in case we need to keep in touch. And Arlo's kind of curls up a finger and looks at it, and puts it away.
Yeah.
Is it your finger or the finger?
Oh, my finger.
I know
Thank
exactly what
God.
you're talking about.
I'm sort of concerned, but okay.
I think. What time of day is it, DM?
It is early evening. Like the sun is pretty much beginning, like almost set at this point.
Well, I think you make a town-wide address now,
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
and then people will drink their sorrows away, and we can keep an eye on people. If a suspect is in town still, doubtful, it'd be best to gauge people's interactions at a bar. People tend to let loose just a tad when drinking and when celebrating life and loss.
Yes, that is likely the case. So just to be clear, we're saying the mayor died of a hunting accident to the populace, and then we'll let the envoy know the truth when they arrive.
Hmm.
That's the plan. Yes.
Me.
Keep it from the rest of the people.
What did you say?
Is the envoy gonna keep it from the rest of the people?
I sincerely hope they do. If they don't, well, that's a complication for later. I don't imagine they would get into our business much. They're there to take notes and see if we qualify to become a city.
The only one I worry about is the Inquisitor. Inquisitors are never good.
That is very true. Lysander, what are you going to do if the Inquisitor is of your old group?
Aaron
Well, I
steps out.
suppose I'll have to just deal with that. Do you think you'll be able to? Well, if they make me draw my sword, we're not becoming a city, so I'll have to.
Are you an Inquisitor?
I was, a long time ago. I am not a follower anymore, if you take my drift.
Ernest nods.
Well, that brought a damper on the mood. I think we should, summon the town, don't you think? Get everyone together. I wonder what the
Put
best
on
way
the
to do that
appropriate
is.
Morning drag. The tavern seems to be a good place to start for disseminating information since almost everyone goes there.
Well,
We'd also just
ideally, we'd
relax.
want people to leave and go there. I think the town hall would be better for such an announcement.
Do you
I
have a
see.
crier or a way to send word magically to everyone around?
I can send
mean,
word to
I'm-
the guards, and they'll let the people know.
Good.
I'm loud at least.
Yes,
are.
they have
But
they have
good.
trumpets. They can get people's attention, get word to spread. We'll say
Well, then.
perhaps an hour from now we'll have the meeting. I think that'll give people enough time to get to the town hall.
Certainly.
Sounds good.
Well, all right then. Let's get to work. From there, everyone sort of disperses from the Merchants Guild. Lysander starts talking to the guards, and pretty quickly you hear trumpets blaring and the guards shouting out, "Mandatory meeting in the town hall! Urgent news! All attendance is requested! In 1 hour!"
Oh boy.
And, you know, the town slowly...
official.
What's that?
How official.
Very official. Now, let's see. I'll give you guys the choice. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to give you guys a choice. We'll just...
Choice is an
I'm just-
illusion.
let me... 1 second here while I pop a bunch of people in the town hall.
We say during the 1 hour interim, Marlo stopped back at the tavern, grabbed a mason jar with some brine, and stuck the finger in there, and then hit it
Wow.
somewhere only he knows.
Where'd you get a finger?
from the
what do you
mayor.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
We needed the ring.
Ah. Okay. Oh boy. All right.
Let's see.
Someone didn't
Uh,
agree that taking a finger off a corpse is a good thing, but I figured we needed it to have proof that he was dead. So
See, it seems like they just believed us.
And I'm gonna
Like a
drag
weird little zombie finger at this point.
all y'all over.
Just don't
I
show
don't-
that to Nebulous, or he might use it as a potion. And give you it.
oh, it's just our little secret.
Right.
Don't you worry.
There, boom, boom.
Don't
Don't worry,
Giggles
chat. I
uncomfortably.
will. I
Oh.
need to rearrange something so everybody can be close together. No, it's only room for 3. Only room for 3. You gotta
Oh, everything.
be over here.
But you fit
I'll
so
do that.
perfectly.
All right. And whoop.
Sweep whoop.
On the there's Frank.
Unintentional.
Why is Frank up there?
Because
And I
Frank
put-
would be up there.
Yeah.
Frank would
Yeah,
Frank,
would be
get
up
off the
there,
stage.
Frankly.
All right,
Frankly.
Frank,
Both do in a bunch.
Frank will
Ah.
go over to the piano and lean against it, causing the chung of the keys. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to.
This is a
Uh,
pretty good
yeah.
imitation of his voice,
Hey.
honestly.
Hey, but I got things I gotta tell the world up there.
Hey, bud. Got things to say.
So you all see the general. Well, at least there's more people than this, but these are like sort of more the NPCs you've met / quote unquote important NPCs. So these are the ones that you see, and after things settle a bit, Lysander will raise his hand and say, "I thank you all for coming at such late notice. I unfortunately have to bring you all some unfortunate news. The mayor the mayor unfortunately has died of a hunting accident." Sebastian will interrupt. "It was very, very gruesome, but not to worry, everything will be fine." And everyone's now, just like, murmuring all around, like, oh, the mayor's, wow, when did this happen? Did you see the mayor recently? Did you see the mayor? What was going on? I don't know, I haven't seen the mayor. Murmurs all around the crowd. And Lysander was, but do not worry, everything is under control. I know many of you are concerned that the envoy to the Emperor will be coming soon, and I can assure you that this will in no way impact our chances. More murmurs in the crowd. You can tell that it's like 50-50 on those who believe Lysander at this point. Until we can petition the Emperor to send us a new mayor, by the laws of our town and the laws of the Empire, I will be the acting mayor in partnership with Sebastian here. I trust Sebastian, well, as many of you know, he's been here as long as the town's been here. And he is a wise man, and I trust his judgment. Why, Lysander, I wasn't expecting this. I would have dressed better. More official. I'm just wearing this old thing. Yes, anyway.
Holds blood
Oleander's
curse in
definitely.
hand.
Oleander's just like trying not to like throw up a little bit in her mouth.
Same.
Because you guys already know what's happening, why don't you if you guys want, you can each select an individual and see their reaction to this news, if you would like.
I'd like to look at the other blindfolded individual in the room.
Yes. The other blindfolded individual in the room. Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
How much eye contact with their eyes?
I can see through it. It's just sheer.
It's just for effect to be dramatic.
With a 15, this individual, you can tell that she's sort of breathing quicker than a resting breath. And in fact, she will stand up shortly after you start, you're keeping your eye on her, and she will say, "Is there a body to inter? Were you able to recover the mayor's remains?"
Oh.
Lysander will look over and he'll say, "No, unfortunately, by the time our rescue party arrived, the mayor had already begun to turn, so we had no choice but to, or they had no choice but to burn the body." She will sort of slump down and be like, "Oh, that is most unfortunate." I know it is, Sister Nox, but don't worry. We will do our best to honor the dead.
Is that Nox with a K?
Nox with an X. N-O-X.
Okay.
And since you are looking at her, why don't you roll me a religion check?
Ooh, okay. Alright. Ooh! Wait, no. Wait, yeah.
21. All right, you realize very quickly that she is a follower of Anos, who is the god of death. In fact, because you rolled so well, you can tell even the specific order. She is known as Sister Nox of the Death Painter Order, and she runs, maybe runs is the wrong word for it, but she is in charge of the town mausoleum, where where bodies are cremated, and then the ashes are put on display for a set amount of time, usually about a year before they are buried.
Ooh.
So while her response seems very unnerving, given her faith and her role within the town, less crazy, still creepy, but less crazy
A bit of
for
a
her
weirdo,
at least.
but the right kind of weirdo.
Yeah.
I might have found Eridus's god. Because I've been making it a we'll fuck around and find out who he follows. This might be it.
Indeed. Let's just go down the row. Who would you like to look at?
I want to peer at Tiefling Friend.
Which one?
Ooh, there's more than the red one that's next to Nox.
The red one that's next to Nox. All right. Give me a perception check.
All right.
Ooh.
Loading. Hang on. There we go.
With a 14, it's it's odd. You can tell that they're taking in this news, but they seem a bit distracted. Their fingers are kind of constantly like moving, almost like they're playing a piano.
I hate him so much.
Yes, Oleandra. Oleandra, let's give you. You're gonna get a bonus perception check here to see if you catch who she is looking at, because then you might be able to fill in some information about this information.
Give me 1 second, because my desktop just turned itself off. It is in the process of turning itself back on, so my foundry is dead again. Would you mind, dear DM, just rolling for me for this instance while it's taking its sweet time to load up?
Well, actually, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception
Where do I even?
is if my internet ever starts to work again.
That is a good question. Yeah,
Where is passive
on.
perception in Foundry? You would think you would have it.
I'm going to my D&D Beyond to check. So give me a second. I would love to tell you, but all of my devices are
all right, we'll roll then, because it'll take you longer for me to find.
Sorry.
You're fine.
My passive is 14.
Oh, all right. If your passive is 14, then that's fine. I'll let you keep the good roll for your person. So with the 14, you see that she is looking at Jet, your rival bard in the town, who is known as, well, the greatest, some say the greatest musician of all time. There's even rumors that the Emperor himself wants Jet to come back to the capital to play just for him.
Yes, and he made up all those rumors himself.
Likely. Nevertheless, he is a town favorite and loved by all except for you, Oleandra.
Wow.
But Oleandra, you do think of Jet as harmless, and you know he's a bard, so the likelihood of him, well, being a bard, what would be a druid?
Druid.
A druid?
A Drard?
A Drard is unlikely.
Either of those are awful.
All right, who would you like to keep your eye out for?
Foundry, you're back. All right, hold on. Foundry finally has reloaded. Although my computer is not liking it. Oh, man. Who is this blonde girl in this row right behind me?
That is the smith. She's the one that gave you guys your gear.
Okay, not her. Then how about the dude on the other side with the kind of creepy looking dude?
The creepy looking dude? Sure. That is... You would know him as Kravak. He's a hulking Goliath. He's sort of sitting there taking it all in. Not really... No real expression on his face. He's kind of dour.
It's perception, right?
Yeah, you got a 22, so you're good.
Oh,
on
okay,
that.
okay.
You don't really get much of a reaction from him. You've been in the town long enough so you would know he works as a bouncer for the tavern.
Mm. Okie dokie.
But no real big reaction from him. Marlo.
I'm gonna peep at the half-orc woman here beside my boss.
Well, you would know that as Evda, the boss's wife.
Oh, okay, then I'll still check on her then.
Go ahead.
Perception, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 20, dirty 20.
Looking at her, you can see a small tear going down her face, and she will turn to her husband and say, rather loudly, which kind of checks out because you've known her long enough to know she's not really a quiet individual. She speaks even when trying to speak softly. She speaks loudly. She'll say, "Oh, good. He had a warrior's death. That is the best way to go." Her husband will be like, "Well, I think you'd rather not go personally, but to each their own. I guess."
What a combination.
He's got no. That means he's got Riz.
You know, I hear this term. I don't know what that means.
Or it means
Don't worry about it.
charismatic.
It's the new swag.
It's the new swag. Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
I'm too old for this
hide-
shit.
Yes, I hide in my home and refuse to learn new things about the internet, so it's fine.
Oh,
Too
good.
old.
As it should be,
Swag
honestly.
2.0.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. All right, thank you for informing my old ass about that.
No problem. Oh well, I was thinking of me giving you guys information. Jesus, I didn't give you any information about that.
Wow, so
It's been a
such
long day.
assumption.
It's been a
I feel
long
like
day. I was teaching.
It's been a
I
long
was
week.
teaching voice lessons at 8:15 in the morning. It's been a
Well, that's
long
right.
day.
That's too
I
damn
feel
early.
it. It's
Uh.
been a long week.
Yes, it has. All
Hey,
right.
I had a long month. I feel you.
Oof.
Last but not least, Clove.
I've got this gentleman to my right. with
Yes.
a sort of stern appearance.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead
Any
and
chance
roll.
we could do an insight as opposed to perception?
I'm gonna say no for a very specific reason, which you will find out. Looking at him, you can see like tears in his eyes, and like his nose is kind of running too, and he looks at you and he goes,
Clove, I appreciate you being so friendly to me, but I have to say, you need to stop spending so much time near me. I know you have to go if you have to go to the
He has
library. You know, if you have to go to the library sometimes to get things, and I just have to deal with it. But I'm allergic to you, Clove. And it's miserable. That's it.
Clove isn't
My ears will
hyperallergenic at all.
flatten. But and then I'll look over to the other side of the room where I see Nebulous, and then I just like look between the two of them.
but that individual's name is Atlas. He is the town librarian, and you're often going into the library, for different references for potions and the like. And much to Atlas's chagrin, he is very much allergic to your fur.
I will sort of very awkwardly get up, and it's doubly
No,
awkward
don't get
because
up.
I'm in,
Don't
like-
get up.
You'll just need.
Does anybody have a tissue or a potion,
Sure.
an antihistamine?
Oh,
It's doubly worse because I'm like in the front row as
I
I
can't
shuffle
breathe.
how are you?
across.
How are you even sitting down? Do they have a special chair?
It's more like I kind of like the front legs like stay standing and the back legs kind of flump on
Oh,
the chair.
that's. Oh, that. Oh, ooh, okay. I look at Clove.
Ooh.
Look,
I'm-
I love the D&D tea. I look at Clove and I just nod.
this sort of ears wilted, like
There.
Sad boy.
You want to talk about potions at the bar later?
yes. Well, I still need to talk about, and I kind of look over my shoulder at Nebulous. the potion we had while fighting. That wasn't great.
What? Sorry, my memory's a little spotty.
Oh, he bought a random
I bought
potion
a
that
potion of
I mean, I
from
do
the
remember
discount
telling
bin.
you it was a
Oh,
terrible
no.
idea.
and he unfortunately did not roll well on whether it was a good or
Drained
bad
my
potion, and it just
magic.
depleted his spell slots immediately.
Oh no!
Nope. It was
But-
interesting.
But Aranis takes out a little book. You'll see, Clove, and he writes down these additional details, and he closes the front of it, and the front of it says, "Memories,"
Oh,
Oh,
because he does
Oh,
forget
goodness.
things.
As the
Also with-
crowd continues to murmur about the news that was just broke, in the back, Lily Bristle will sort of raise her hand and like sort of stand up. She's holding Lay, her son, in her arms, sort of like bobbing him up and down to keep him calm. And she says, "Well, I was just wondering, is this going to affect any of our pay? Some of us are paid directly by the mayor. I most of my work is paid directly by him." I said, "Was it not to worry? If anyone who is paid by the mayor, we will continue things as normal. You will still get your normal compensation that you're used to." She'll sort of nod her head and sit down, bobbing her son in her arms.
Hmm.
Unless any of you have any questions you want to ask in this setting, the town hall will slowly come to a close. So last chance to ask things in this setting, if you'd like to.
Who is this? I'm on the wrong thing. I was on the stream. LOL. Who is this older woman? Question mark. Next to
that is the keeper
Oh,
Ariel.
okay. I recognize her now. Thank you.
The senile old woman that we met.
And then I guess we haven't really met
Yeah,
this
this
woman
guy-
with the
this-
black hair.
Who's
That's
that
the
guy
shady
with the hat?
guy.
The
That's
guy in the
shady guy
hat
who
is the
sold
shady.
Frank
Is the curator who sold Frank his drugs earlier.
And would
on
I know
episode
this
one.
woman?
Yeah.
Would I know this woman with the black hair?
You would not.
Hmm.
She
Interesting.
is,
Could
as
I-
far as you know, a newcomer to the town.
Could I take a look at her before we all leave?
Nope, you got your one.
Okay, fine.
Is okay. Luckily for you, there is a high probability of many of these people being at the tavern.
Very
Sweet.
good.
Okay,
Right,
Oh,
fine.
jeez, the dinner rush.
So-
Yes, sir. All right. As the meeting winds down, questions come to a close. The town slowly gets up, and murmuring to each other, talking to each other. Some stick around, for a bit longer to talk to each other, about
Mhm.
the news, like how they think it'll affect them or their business or the town in general. Others leave rather quickly. Some of the quicker people to leave are the tavern owners, anticipating a likely rush.
Oh yeah, they gotta get on that bank.
And and as they leave, what is it? Linus Taverner, the tavern owner, will sort of wave to Marlo and gesture like we're gonna need your help.
He gives a tired single nod.
Oh,
And with
boy.
that, slowly people disperse until it is just you guys and the town protector and Sebastian.
To the bar.
Yeah, I need to run, so I'll meet you guys there,
All right.
Sounds good,
and
darling.
I'll just I'll open up. Which way is the closest? Is the tavern north, east, or west from here?
Tavern
out a
is
window.
south.
South. Okay.
Jump
Well,
a window.
Open this window and just slink through it like
Oh my
Valdo
God.
style.
There's a door right
God.
there.
I hate that descriptor, Valdo style. Ugh.
Yeah.
There's a door like
Upsetting.
10
Yeah.
feet away.
You don't have knife hands.
I feel-
it's a bit the speed.
I feel
But
that pain.
It's not even faster. You.
No,
Lysander would
was
like
thinking-
Lysander would like look at you and be like, "That boy ain't right."
No,
You're not wrong.
We can't do this without opening this.
he's got that.
He's
There we
got
go.
issues, and one of them is he steals people's fingers. What?
He's got that hex blood in him. Look,
Well,
I
that
was
was
at-
something.
Yeah.
Lysander,
Oh,
I was
sure.
not expecting you to name me co-mayor. I'm not sure if co-mayor would be the correct term. Think of yourself maybe more as trusted advisor. Well, I prefer co-mayor, and I am very humbled, and will do my best to assist in any way I can.
Aranis will just be like, "Is he though?"
He doesn't really sound very humbled.
No.
Oleana just sighs and keeps her mouth shut because she knows if she says anything, she's gonna get in trouble.
That is your boss.
It is my boss. I know him a little too
Yeah.
well at this point, frankly.
Feel your pain.
Sebastian will hop down off the stage, and he will trot over to the group, and he will say, "You know, I had an idea. I imagine most of the town, or at least a decent number, will be headed to the tavern. Why don't we all go there and see if we hear anything juicy? Perhaps we can learn something that we don't know."
That's what we said earlier.
Wasn't the
Sebastian.
plan already?
Yes.
Trying to take
Was it I?
trying to take credit.
I was distracted.
Insight check.
Oh, he's lying through his teeth.
Oh, for sure. I don't know. People are weird. Mhm.
He's a little hard to read, even with an 18, with so much going on. You don't know if he genuinely forgot, or if this is his weird way of reminding you. You don't really know him well enough,
Yeah.
to get a good read on him.
Definitely good to know.
Maybe you should work on paying more attention.
Maybe you have memory issues like myself.
Who knows? I could. The only thing I
His
remember every day
memory
is my
is fine.
delicious coffee.
What
His
is
memory
this
is
coffee
fine.
that you're all talking about?
Oh, it's
It's a
wonderful.
type
You
of
should try it
beverage.
sometime. It's a little pricey, but oh, it's worth it.
Perhaps you can give us a little bit as payment. I don't know.
I believe we gave you an advance on your payment to make sure
Any
you were.
money?
They
Yes,
they
we
did
got,
give you
like,
gold for
equipment and
potions and
stuff.
things like that for on your way out.
How much was that?
Not much. We had to.
I think you
spend it
guys got
all.
like 10
Then
gold
it-
each, something like that.
I did not have
Right,
any of that in my inventory.
Well, some of you
That
might
makes
have
sense.
spent it on potions, so
We definitely spent
If
it
you-
on potion.
yeah, I think everything was basically spent.
Okay. Oh, so Aranis bought a potion as well. Because I had 15.
Oh, you
starting
know what?
gold.
You would probably have the gold. I don't think anyone took your money.
No,
So
we
yeah,
didn't
just
take
add
the money.
10 gold to your
You
set.
take a
I
We
forgot that you
didn't-
weren't here last week.
We didn't want to take your stuff without your permission.
you take an ailing man's money. Can you imagine? He
Of
wouldn't have
course.
remembered. All right.
Yeah.
Let's.
Well,
do
I'm
this
gonna get a
then.
head start. Get a good seat. Maybe get some juicy information, and he will start.
Oh boy.
Boopity 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 boop.
I just look at the others
All
and
right.
slowly trail off.
Assuming
And
the
wait
entire
at the
party is
door.
going now to the tavern, I can pull us there.
Yes.
Perfect.
I leave last.
Oh, don't worry. I remembered that each time. I made you hold the door.
I love it. Oh, door! Hold the door!
Hodor.
Maybe that's why he's traumatized.
Oh no.
Wee.
Alrighty.
No one in D&D gets to be happy.
You.
Oh, my character is a little happy, but only a little as a treat.
As a treat to who?
Himself.
As you guys slowly make your way to the tavern, you feel free to do some quick small talk before you get there. If you have anything you want to discuss with each other.
Clove,
Marlo's already in there.
Marlo would have already gone ahead.
Clove, darling, I have a question for you. Do you feel safe with your current employer?
Safe, I wouldn't say is the concern.
It worries me that he tried to strangle you.
He did
Because
what?
you couldn't get coffee, which is batshit, frankly.
Yes, he's been a little extra lately. Uh, honestly, today has been a lot, and I'm just sort of still processing it all. Especially, I got magically drained. I've got strangled. We were
So dirty,
attacked by
sorry.
wolves. I saw a dead guy for the first time.
It's your first dead body. Congratulations. Welcome to the club.
It gets a little easier.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
gross every time, frankly. It's still. I'm sorry it's been such a draining day for you, darling.
Quite figuratively in several senses.
Yes.
But now I still don't have the coffee, so I don't really know how things are gonna go from here. If I may end up hiding under the table if the situation arises.
But don't worry. I won't let him bully you. I don't
Same
truck with that
here.
kind of behavior. I think it's abhorrent, especially in a sort of what's the right master student relationship. It doesn't get you anywhere. All it does is just make everyone upset.
It sounds like you're in a toxic relationship.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I was originally supposed to get a mentor in the capital, but I wanted to move out just because the city is not
Overwhelming.
really yes, exactly.
Yeah,
We've talked about that a little bit.
Yeah,
the capital
my
is
family
not
still lives
the
out there.
best.
Also, about the Inquisitors. This isn't set in stone or anything, but I mean, they're not all bad. I only say as much because my sister is not fully committed, but certainly interested in joining the ranks.
I don't doubt it. Everyone has their own viewpoints and experiences. That's just a
Yes.
personal thing for me.
That's fair. My parents weren't exactly thrilled, considering they were farmers. It's a bit different from what they're used
Well,
to.
it's
but
a
my
dangerous. It's a dangerous job as well. So
sister- exactly.
It'd be
I
around
didn't
this
think-
time that you guys would get up to the tavern itself, and you see a hulking Goliath standing in front of the door.
remind me of his name again.
His name is Kravak.
Kravak.
As
Hello,
you give-
Kravak.
What do you want?
We're
Would
going
like-
into the tavern, please.
The entrance fee. He holds out his hand.
Darling, I work here. Remember, singing
Not
here.
tonight. Tonight, you patron.
Really, on the night the mayor dies, you would have us pay a fee?
You want in tavern? You pay fee.
Is that
How much is
normal?
the
Who say
Oh,
5 gold?
they're with me. It's fine.
Ravak will like sort of squint his eyes at you, Marlowe. You're preventing him from from taking advantage of customers.
I will.
But
wide-eyed
he will
just
like me.
stare.
He'll say, "Fine, go in. You cause trouble. I make you pay double."
That rhymed. Are you a bard?
No.
Hmm.
He will like. He
Kinda
has
wep-
like.
what
He has
kinda
like a.
weapons does he
He
got?
has like basically. It's almost like a billy club, but it's like between that and like an actual club, like at his side. So it's like not quite. You know it's like in between. It's like it's pretty threatening, but could be
Yeah.
worse, I guess.
Okay. I just nod at him. As everyone slowly walks in, I just stare at him some more awkwardly.
As the party slowly makes their way inside, the room is alive with upbeat music. As Jet is playing on what looks to be like a magical keyboard. And he's playing a slow, what seems to be ballad, and half the room seems to be captivated by it, and the other half is having their own conversations. And you see quite a few tables are taken already, but there's one in the back for you. You all want to move your tokens there and claim it.
I open the door for everyone.
Pravak will look at you. What are you doing? Door was already open.
Oh.
You're
I
weird.
just continue to stare.
I don't like you.
I continue to stare at him as they slowly march in.
And Marlo, I'm going to get to you in 1 second, because I have a special thing for you.
Oh, Jesus. I'm just like, right now, just like running some like lumber to the hot fireplace, dumping it in, not even looking, running back, going, checking the latrine, opening, checking it's full.
Pull Frank
It's
into
fine.
the table.
Go back.
I look at Oleandra from the distance.
Oleandra's not going in, apparently.
Oh no.
Is he?
My computer is freaking out, so I'm trying to start.
I'll pull
it
you
on-
in.
Thank you. Sorry.
And as she goes
You're
in,
fine.
I walk to the door, and I just walk backwards a bit while maintaining eye contact, and I just turn around and go in.
Marlo, after you put that wood that you're taking over to the fireplace in the fire, it crackles as sparks from the flame rise up, accepting the new wood into the flame. Linus will get your attention. He'll say, Marlo, get a word, please.
My token just
Volvo
flipped
rolls
off the
over the
map.
counter.
Where did you go?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just went. It went. Phew.
Where did you go? Wait, what?
I don't know. I'm kind of scared.
Wait.
Aaron is.
Oh no, you're still
Oh.
you're just right there.
Okay, let me refresh. It might be
All
on
right,
my
all
end.
right. I'm gonna pull you down there too. You're at the table now.
Thank you. I don't know. I'm still getting used to Foundry.
Linus was like, we're a little short-staffed tonight, Marlo. We didn't get all the prepping done today that we needed to. I'm gonna need you to take orders.
Oh, okay. I'm okay.
Evda will chime in. Just go to tables. Take orders. Come back quickly. Just take them all at once when we go. But get it right.
Oh, jeez. All right. Take like a small, very, very old notepad. All right.
So weird.
All right. Now here's the name of the game. And if you are welcome to play this any way you want. It's all in good fun, for me at least. If you want to challenge yourself and not attempt to write anything down, you can, or you can write things down. But I'm only going to tell you what the orders are once, and depending on how well you do, will depend on what kind of a tip you get.
I'm writing stuff down, but it's probably gonna be still me messing stuff up. So.
Question. Sorry to interrupt. I finally got my Foundry to work again. Yay! But now it's saying I have no token with vision in this scene.
I would refresh because you do have vision.
I just did.
Close out completely and come back in? I don't know, because your token's here. And if I click on your token definitely has vision. Wait a minute,
Really
what?
weird.
Hold up.
That's weird.
Wait, is this... Hold up.
Yeah. What the hell's happening, Foundry? We don't
This
know.
token...
It's
okay. No, it's my fault. It's my fault.
Oh,
Okay.
Because when
I
we
was
were
like, I
making...
reloaded
It's
it.
actually... Yeah, no, it's not your fault. It's my fault. Boom. How about now?
All right. Well, 1 second. It's reloading because it was like, I don't see anything.
So what happened was when we were doing character creation, I had a duplicate of you for some reason, and I guess I deleted the wrong one. So that token of you was one with 0 HP. His name was 04H67, 2 9s, whatever. So hopefully it should be all be fixed now.
Your evil twin act.
My evil twin. Oh yes, I forgot to mention my evil twin.
Oleander.
All right. Are you
It's
ready,
still
Marlo?
loading, so
All right, yeah, I'm at
And,
table 1.
we're gonna make this
Marlo,
a
mini
little
game.
interesting. Let me so you have I'm gonna give you a minute and a half to get all the orders.
Okay.
All right. And I'll start the timer after I give the first person's order. But, you got to keep track of the tables and everything. All right, you ready?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, as you go up to Nebulous and his companion, he will say, oh yes, thank you. I will take the meat stew with mead. The woman will say, I would like the ale with kale salad, but hold the kale.
Okay, yeah, sure. And I'll rush over to this table down here.
As you rush over, Jet, the performer, will say, oh, yeah, I'd like some moonshine straight, please.
Okay, yeah, got it. Shine, got it. Okay, yeah.
The curator will say,
What can I get you?
Oh, yes, I'd love some moonshine salad with moonshine ale, please. Oh, sorry, mushroom salad with moonshine ale, not moonshine salad. That's ridiculous.
I mean, if
Stuggins
you
will
want
say,
to, we can throw
Oh,
moonshine
I'll
as
take the carrot
dressing.
soup with mead. You have a wonderful voice, curator. I love your voice. It's the same as mine, almost.
Okay, got it. Would you like a moonshine as a dressing on the mushroom salad?
Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you.
Okay, just checking. Okay, I'll get over to this table down here, especially in the garden.
Right.
I gotta
Sebastian
sit
will say, oh, hello, I would love a meat stew with mead. Loser.
Okay, yep.
Well, it's been such a day for me, I would love a moonshine ale with meat stew, and I would love some breadsticks.
Breadsticks, and what was that, meat stew?
Yes, a meat stew, yeah.
Meat stew, gotcha.
8 seconds.
Okay, what can do. Okay, and finally up here, what can I get you fine folks?
I want a half pint of ale and breadsticks.
Brew special with mushroom salad.
That wasn't the right voice, but I just had to get it out.
Mushroom salad. Salad. I can't remember what his drink was. It's fine. All right. And I'll get to the party later. It's fine. They can
All
wait.
right.
They just got here.
While you go back to deliver the orders, I think Clove wanted a conversation with Nebulous.
Oh, Clove, you're here. Good. What can I do for you? Did you try the potion? How was it?
I did try the potion, and it was not good. In fact, it was could have led to my death, if I'm being honest.
Oh, almost death. Oh, I don't think I can sell that, Clove.
I would disadvise it.
Well, all's well that ends well, right, Clove?
Well, you mentioned when I purchased it that if I reported back the results, you might do something for me or refund some cash or.
Oh, did I say that? He looks like.
Yes, you did.
Roll me a persuasion check.
12.
All right, with a 12.
Oh, well, I suppose if it didn't work well and it almost killed you, it would look bad if I killed my apprentice. I suppose
Just a little bit.
an I'm sorry is insufficient.
I mean, that would be a first from you, so that would be a good place to start, actually.
Well, Clove, I'm sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, you definitely catch the type of apology that was. But he will say,
Well, how about this? I'll give you one of a recipe that I've been working on, and you can do with it what you will. Think of it as your teacher passing on knowledge, vast knowledge.
Is it for coffee? Because if so,
Oh, do you have coffee? Did you get the coffee?
No.
Oh, didn't I ask you about
Mushrooms. Did you bring back some mushrooms?
I saw mushrooms. You didn't ask me to get any.
What? Clove? What do you think we use? It's fine, Clove. It's fine. You know, we don't always get to go out into the wilderness, see exotic mushrooms and other ingredients. It's, what am I gonna do with this boy? Boy, what am I going to do with you? Ish.
Oh my
It's
God.
it's fine, Clove. It's fine. You did your best. You know, it's not good enough, but you did your best. Here, tell you what.
Mr. Nebulous.
Yes.
Mr. Nebulous. I am unsure if this partnership between us is mutually beneficial.
I hear you loud and clear, Clove. Don't worry. I know you can do better, and things will get better.
Can I hear this?
It's a little loud in the tavern. It could be a bit difficult, but anyway, I was gonna say. But look. I feel I owe you something for a potion, especially since I made you pay for it. So here, I'll give you one of my special recipes. You can add this to your notes, and it's Nebulous Brew Specialty, the potion of second chances.
And what to do?
This potion of second chances works like this. You may re-roll one dice of any type until your next long rest. You cannot retroactively roll dice. So, like, you can't be like, oh, I had a garbage roll. Let me drink this potion, then roll it again.
Sure, yeah, like after.
Yeah. But you have the recipe to brew it now.
And how does that work? Like, is it just like supplies that I purchase and then brew it, or
Correct,
or like specific stuff? Okay,
correct,
So,
and it's limited to one a day.
Is there a rough like gold? Like how much are these supplies to make one potion?
The supplies to make one of these potions would be about 25 gold.
Ooh.
So a little pricey right now, but y'all will be flush soon enough. I mean, Izzy can tell you their campaign,
I have 25,000 gold right now.
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
Yeah. So
that doesn't mean anything. Items are so expensive.
Well, to be fair, what was it? It was the that armor. It was plus
55,000.
plus 2. Yeah, 55,000. It was a plus 2 chain shirt that gave 30-foot aura of gave plus 2 to all dex throws, saves or ability checks for anyone in that aura. So pretty fucking good armor, you know. But anyway, I digress. It's a little pricey to make clothes, but don't you worry. I'm sure you work long and hard enough. You know, eventually I'll pay you.
Wait, you're not getting paid?
Just
unpaid
one
internship.
Here.
Is there
Do
a
I
need,
know
or
who
is
this
that
other
fire?
person is at the table? Just as
You would not. No.
Okay, interesting.
She
well-
will take this point, seeing you look at her, she'll take this point to introduce herself, and she will reach out a hand to shake yours. Like, hello, dear. I'm Carla. I'm a traveling merchant, just in town for a few days.
Oh, right. It's
You've probably
not
seen
very
one of my
often.
stalls near, but it's near to the tavern where all the other merchants are.
Right. I'm sure you and Nebulous have much to talk about. So I'll
Well,
just
he sort of just sat down here, but that's fine. It's not dull, at least. I've had
Yes.
worse company. Oh, did you hear that, Clove? I think I have a chance with her. He doesn't.
I know. Well, goodbye, Terry. You've given me much to ponder.
Yes,
And I'll
yeah,
kind of
pondering is
wander
good,
off.
Clove.
Like
Ta-ta!
in the middle of his sentence.
All right, Marlowe. Let's see how you do.
Okay. So I'll bring out the first order for Alchemist and the black lady with black hair, or Nebulous lady with black hair, and the Tiefling. So I'll ring out, carrying a couple of dishes here on a platter. Okay, so it was the meat stew and the mead, right, for you, Nebulous?
Oh, yes, that's it. Perfect.
Okay, there you go. And for you, Miss, the ale and a kale salad with no kale. Hands a mostly empty bowl with a couple of like raisins in it. Is that?
Oh, that's exactly what I wanted, dear. Thank you. I don't know why you guys just don't offer, just like, peanuts or raisins or whatever. I don't want a full meal, I'm afraid.
Yeah, we'll take it under consideration, I guess.
I also heard there was
Thanks.
a mold issue. And she says as you wander off to give Chet his order.
I'll stop over to Chet. I'll put a thing of moonshine down and also a nice little lemon water for his voice, if need be.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Only paid for one of these, right?
The water, don't worry about it. I made it myself.
That's what I like to hear. And you got him remind me the drink you got him?
Moonshine.
Moonshine straight. Great. Yep.
Okay. Grab another couple of platters over to over here. Flip over the table. Mushroom salad and moonshine for the curator, I believe.
Oh, well. This is close. I can see why you did it this way, but no, I wanted the moonshine ale. Half moonshine, half ale. Close, though. I'll drink it. It's fine.
You said moonshine ale. Just assume. Never mind. It's okay. Enjoy. And then for other guy is the carrot soup and mead.
You know me well, Marlowe.
A little too well.
Marlowe. He's already smashed. This is exactly what I wanted. I always thought of you as a good lad, Marlowe.
That's great.
Could
He doesn't notice I'm leaving, I
Can I
guess.
borrow some coin?
Nope. Okay. Over to the smith and the tiefling. A half pint of ale and breadsticks, I believe, for the smith.
Oh, thank you. That's what I wanted. It's a spot.
And I only heard mushroom salad for the other guy, so that's what he gets.
Oh, Clove came back over to the table. Why did Clove have to sit so close to me again?
I mean, gestures
I
to
wanted
table next to the fire.
The brewer's special. The brewer's special. The brewer's special. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just take
I'm
it.
sorry, I couldn't really understand you through the all the points to-
snot is like pouring out of his nose.
the special though. I'll make sure that gets brought over. Sorry.
This is a curse. I've been cursed.
Okay. Sorry. I guess.
You're
And over
not getting
to-
tipped tonight.
That's fine.
Oh, he's getting some.
Sebastian,
Say
there's
some.
a meat stew and mead, I believe.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, dear.
And then moonshine, meat stew, and breadsticks for the gardener.
Oh, well, I wanted the moonshine ale, too. I can understand why I was confusing, the moonshine and the ale, it's two different things. It's a specialty drink, I just love it so much. You half ale, half moonshine. It gets a nice little, you get buzzed, but not too buzzed. It's nice. It's a way.
Well, I can see about getting a thing of ale, just pouring some in if you want.
Oh, don't you worry
Apologies.
about it. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. So,
Alrighty. Over the process of the night, you're helping people out with their meals. You end up making. Let's see. How many right answers did you have? You had 1, 2. We're going by tables here. 1, 2,
just
3.
2.
Was it 2? Was it just 2?
I think it was just 2. Because I forgot 2 different moonshine ale combo things. So
Alright,
yeah.
well, let's roll. You make 11 golden tips.
Damn.
The tavern is hopping tonight. Eventually, people are served their drink, and things that the rush has calmed down, so you're able to escape a bit to your newfound friends at the table to the south. You feel comfortable and safe that you have enough time.
I'll also be kind of trying to reassemble my broom out of my spear by plucking hairs out of my head and kind of like running my fingers down them until they become like brittle and stiff, and then I just kind of like pluck it in. And anyone who's watching me do this notices that I never really run out of hair. It always just seems to instantly grow back.
Frank will turn to you and be like, you okay, bud?
Yeah, why?
Okay.
Can I? Because I know about them out again, but can I roll in game to see if I know what Marlowe is?
That is. I'll leave that up to Marlowe to decide.
I would be
Marlowe is
interested in doing that too.
very guarded about what he is, but I'll yeah, sure.
So let's see. Let's do a perception check. What DC would you say is appropriate, Swippin? I'll give you the choice.
I mean, if Marlo is guarded about it, I would say I'll do my passive deception. I guess if that is a thing, would only be 11. So I don't know. I can roll deception if you want. We can set.
Yeah.
that
Why
as
don't
the
you roll
DC.
deception? That'll be
Okay.
the DC for them.
Oh boy. Okay. 14.
14. All right. DC 14. Ernest, no idea. Oleandra is like,
Shit. I roll so badly in this game.
Oleandra's like, orc, human, elf, could be anything.
I'll say Marlo has, in general, kind of propagated the idea that he is just an offshoot of tiefling in town.
Mm.
He kind of says like the horns and the strange skin and the pointed ears. He's like, yeah, I'm just like I have like a tiefling on one side, and it's just kind of muddled up.
Makes sense.
Frank will turn to Ernest and say, hey, bud, you should order the big stop. Yeah.
Why?
Don't do it. Don't do it. No.
No,
Don't believe.
it's
Don't do it.
you know,
No,
it's
it's
rude
so
if you
much.
don't.
It's not
What is
true.
it?
Oh, it's good food.
It's
Not
so
too much food. Don't worry.
No, that's a lie. It could feel like a small village. It's expensive.
Oh, I'm a small eater. I don't eat too much.
Yeah, but if you finish it,
Excuse me.
you know, it's paid for. Free meal.
I once watched someone
take-
try to eat that, and they died.
We also make a wood etching of your face and put it on the wall.
I'd rather not have my likeness captured on anything.
Ernest, roll me a perception check.
Perception?
Yeah, roll me perception.
11.
Looking at the wall, you see no wood etchings, so it doesn't appear that anyone's been successful.
Slim pickings. But I'll have to decline. I'll just take something simple.
No, that's too bad.
But I know I'll definitely have some wine if they have any.
Do we have any wine?
You do, but you're on break, you know.
Oh, okay.
That's a problem
just go for
for
the bong.
post-break, Marlo.
Get a mead.
Oh, jeez. I need to actually. Okay. Wine. Okay.
All right, as you guys are chatting amongst yourselves, the music stops and patrons begin to clap, and Jet steps off the stage, and he starts going down. Oh, hey, Oleandra, didn't see you there.
Hello, Jet.
Does he have... It's like... It doesn't look like he has eyes, but I getcha.
Oh, he's just that cool.
Yeah.
What? Haven't seen you around lately, Oleandra. You still playing, or you done? You found better things to spend your time on.
No, I'm actually still singing quite regularly, but you know, I have an important job with the Merchants Guild as well, so unfortunately I do have to split my time.
Yeah. No, don't worry about it. You know, not everybody can make a living off music. It's hard to do. Some of us are just fortunate, you know.
Oh, I know. I make plenty of money off of my singing, darling. It's more of a. I like the work at the Merchants Guild. It's fulfilling to me, if that makes sense. It's a different form of art.
Of course, Oleandra. Of course. Whatever you need to tell yourself. Well, anyway, I'm just on break for a bit. Gotta rest the voce. I'll see you later.
Darling, I don't know if it'll help you.
Smell you later, Oleandra.
God, can I prestidigitate as he walks away? Can I prestidigitate like this just awful stench following him?
As you do so, you'll see him like sort of snap his fingers behind him, and the scent will turn into just like sparkles.
Did he
Damn,
just?
Can I,
just-
uh,
It will just
Did
turn
you
it.
waste-
Hex on him?
What's that?
Can I cast Hex on him?
Sure, if you want.
I will.
How did he
Uh,
cancel prestidigitate? Did he use a
He just used his own.
counterspell?
You know, he just used his own
I
prestidigitation.
I see. Well, I'm just going to constantly cast little annoying things on him whenever it strikes me. As sneakily as possible.
I'm just gonna
Just
cast
gonna
Hex
make
and give
him.
him.
I'm gonna make him
Do
look like
do people
God.
know if you cast hex on them?
I mean, it is obvious. I have like a couple. There's a somatic, verbal, and a or vocal and a material component, but I'll still cast it. It's fine.
You'll
Don't
cast
worry about
you'll
him.
cast
He's
it
just a
on him, and
cast
you'll
spell.
see like these purple, like almost like tentacly like stripes begin to appear on him and kind of wrap around him. And he's
What
just
do you
like,
give him
ooh.
disadvantage on?
Disadvantage on charisma checks.
Oh.
I'm going to prestidigitate on him because he can't see this, so he won't know I did it. He just gets one big ugly pimple, like right in the middle of his forehead.
Do we like? Have we heard like what style of music this person plays?
It appears that his thing is a magical piano that those of you who are keeping an eye on him would see. He seems to have like a pair of rings, one on each hand, and he sort of claps his hands together and then spreads them out, and the piano sort of appears. And then when he's done, you know, same sort of gesture.
Yeah, here's the thing. He's not actually as talented as everybody thinks he is. It's just the shtick.
As you say that, Stuggins will walk by like, "Oh my god, that guy's so talented. I wish I was as talented as that guy. He's the most talented guy I know.
I'm going to
Can I get
murder
another
you.
ale?"
No. It becomes aware to me that we've only just met today. You seem to have history here. So, what's up with all of you?
Well, I sing here sometimes. I've traveled around and performed in different places and with well reception. Write a little, you know, all that stuff. And I also work for the Merchants Guild as a sort of secondary job. I do make a decent living on singing and all that, but it's never a bad idea to have some stability. And plus, the Merchants Guild is well respected, so I can get gigs that I couldn't otherwise get.
Interesting.
What about you, bird guy?
Yeah, I'm
What's
new
your
here.
deal?
Oh boy.
Well, I came down here because it was getting a little bit boring up in the capital.
So you came to a more boring place?
in the capital. I would call it many things, but I wouldn't call it boring.
But it's all kind of the same stuff, and I wanted to see what else was out. And this was like pretty far, so. Plus,
mean,
there's stuff
yeah.
happening.
Oh,
It
you
was
best
3 months
you best friends with
after-
this guy. You gestures to Aranis.
No.
Yeah. No, we became friends on the way down. Like I didn't know him beforehand, but no, we're pretty close friends now.
I wouldn't say that much yet. You don't really know anything about me.
That's fine.
But that's what I want to kind of air out, given we're going to be working together for the foreseeable future.
Yeah. Well, what's your story then? Are you ready to share now?
I guess well, yes, it's fine. Kind of looks around. I also grew up in the capital. Haven't been back there in some 10 or more years. Father was a blacksmith. My mother was a mage. I haven't kept in contact with them. I went off on my own pursuits when I was younger to learn how to control some things. And I became a blood hunter through that regard.
What does a blood hunter do?
We help keep the natural order in check against creatures from like monsters, demons, undead, and the like. And
What about druid growth?
I don't hunt druids. They're fine with me.
Yeah,
Most,
even this
at
one?
least. Which one?
He's sort of like the one.
Looks at the gardener. She gave me stuff. She's good, I can tell.
No. The you would do like that, finger across the throat. That one, both.
Oh, no, not that one. I don't know anything about them.
Hmm.
So, just on principle, I don't hunt druids. I leave that to the Inquisition. But I just travel. I was on assignment from the Crimson Sect. That's where I trained. That's my Clare order. And the Hunters Guild tasked me with coming out here. So, I helped the convoy get here safely.
While you guys are talking, a rather drunk Lily Bristle sort of stumbles over. Well, hi there, everybody. Whoo! Let me tell you, that moonshine sure hits harder than moonshine ale. I'm feeling. I haven't drank this much in a while. You're so cute, you. And she will like kind of grab Clove's cheek and like kind of squeeze it. You're so cute. You know,
Lily.
if I was just
Darling,
a few years younger.
Oh dear. Lily,
dear.
darling. Are you
Oh,
okay?
hi there. I am fine.
drunk.
I'm wonderful. I've just been having great conversations with the Sebastian.
You should have
Okay.
some water.
Oh yeah. I would love some. Do you have some water? I would love some water. She kind of
Yeah, I'll go
stumbles
to
back
the-
and forth.
I give
I'll
her
go
my
to the
water
bar.
skin.
I'll go to the bar. Wow, I just tried to walk off the edge of the map. Cool.
Don't do it.
I'm,
You'll kill us.
I'm gonna walk to the bar and just get a few waters for the table in general,
Mm-hmm.
and also talk to the barkeep and be like, it may not be advisable to serve Lily any further. She is a bit too far in her cups, if you understand what I mean.
Yep.
Well, we sort of take it upon the patrons are sort of responsible for their own drink. We're just a small establishment. I mean, if they start making a ruckus, Gravik will he'll come in and take care of them. But other than that, as long as she's not hurt herself or others, to each their own. Besides,
Yes.
with everything we happened to the mayor and all, the mayor's dead. So we
give you
it's
some
kind of
water.
understandable for people to drink a
boy.
bit more. It's tumultuous times,
Water?
Oleandra.
Yes, I am aware. Could you just give me several waters, please?
Oh boy.
Yeah, sure thing.
Thank
Right away. Dear, I'll get the water, dear. She will go over, pour a bunch of water. She'll pour waters into like this. Did you order 6 or 7?
I ordered enough for all of us plus
plus Lily. I
plus Lily.
think that's 7. She'll
Yeah.
fill up 7 steins of water and like bring it over to the table and just like junk down on the table. There's your water.
I appreciate you very much.
Duh.
I will grab all of them in my hands, all of the beer maiden, and haul
Alright.
them back to the table.
Roll me an athletics check.
Okay. I mean, it's only on
Hey.
holy shit, but hey, amazing.
15? You know, that's good enough for me. You're straining, but you're able to get them all there, and you go wham on the table. You sort of, you know, whether you like it or not, slam them all down. They're heavy.
Oh, nice form.
Roast.
That was impressive.
While
Thank you.
she's getting
Really,
the water,
darling. Yeah.
Well, hi there.
Hi, darling.
I'm
Here's some
little-
water for you. I know. Oh, you're so beautiful. Here.
Oh,
you know
hell,
this
you
one?
make me
This-
blush. You're beautiful.
oh
Oh,
boy,
thank you. This drink right here will make you feel better. Why don't you have some?
Oh, okay. I'm feeling pretty good already. I don't know if I should drink some more.
Oh,
But
no,
if
some
you
water.
insist, I'll have another.
Okay.
better.
She'll take the water with her and she'll like stumble back. Oh, well, why was stuck in this?
Aranis looks at Oleandra. Let her dream.
Go back to the table. So, as she goes back, Sebastian, like, you know, we just like, you know, it was sort of a gesture like, I'm on it. And you don't know whether that means he's going to make sure that she's not drunk, or if he's going to try and get information out of her, given her suspected nature. So, mildly concerning, but hopefully not. But who knows?
While Oleandra was getting the waters, I would have liked to have done a sweep of the bar, looking out for, well, I don't see her sister Nox, but anyone else that seems like a little off at all. If that's all right.
Sure, why don't you roll me an insight check? This will be a general insight check.
Okay. Natural 20.
Yo.
All right, you study the room, and you study it long and hard. And as far as you can tell, no one's acting out of the ordinary. The downside of this is, even though with a natural 20, you just don't really know these people. But no one's acting in a way that's overtly suspicious or shady, with maybe the exception of the gentleman on the table to your left, who seems to be like hunkered over and like shoveling food in his mouth, kind of like eyeing around. He's maybe a little shifty looking, but you know, so take with that what you will. But the rest of everyone else seems, you know, engaged in conversation in some way. No one seems to be like hiding or like, you know, acting overtly like they're up to something, if that makes sense.
Interesting. Should definitely keep an eye on.
Although
those
since
who are
you
not
since you
tonight.
got the nat 20, I will say you're looking over to Sebastian. You get the feeling he's trying to perhaps get information out of Lily, and he seems to be like pushing a drink her way.
I just give him a glare. Like, I kind of like, you know, just look in his direction and give off a nasty aura.
He will catch your aura and be like, and be offended, and he will get up. Pardon me, dear. And he'll come over and say, Mr. Aranis, is it? What a nasty glare you gave me. I'm just gathering information for the only lead we have.
Yes, but I don't think it's best to get information from a drunk woman, as it can't be really called substantial as evidence. Now, can it? Could be exaggerated. Couldn't be wholly there. Plus, I don't think it best to get someone overly intoxicated.
Oh, she'll be fine. Don't you worry. I'll make sure she makes it home safe. Everything will be fine. The sitter's taking care of the toddler, as far as I know. I assume. she'll be fine. She'll be perfectly fine in the morning, and if she isn't, I will see to it that she gets all the care necessary.
Good.
Insight check.
Same.
He's my boss. I don't trust him. Look, I rolled decently. It will not matter, but
Hard to read them,
You're
you know.
not convinced he cares about, the outcome of if like a hangover or something like that. But if it gives you any reassurance, you don't think, he's doing anything so shady, like, trying to like get with her or anything like that. It seemed he's more of the type that actually is being like, so tell me, like, seen any druids lately, sort of thing,
Oh my god. This guy.
So he's a bit much, but as far as your experience with him, he's a bit much, but he's fine,
Okay. I just look at him. Good. Keep your word to them.
Of course. I wouldn't dream of anything otherwise. Besides, whether we like it or not, the envoy is coming soon, and if she's a loose end, we should be ready to address that.
Do you really think she's a loose end?
Well, I think it's about
Suspect.
90% sure that she must be a druid. At least her boy is. The father's not in the picture, so who knows? Maybe it's just from him, but she has a fey disposition, being a satyr and all. Not out of the question. I think it's reasonably likely she could be a Jew. You-know-what? Again, I don't think she was responsible for anything, but if an inquisitor is coming here, we need to make sure that, she's safe. She's a lovely lady. This town looks so good because of her and her work. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I just need to know information. I'm curious. Sue me. You won't win, but you can sue me.
All right.
All right. Well, it's getting late. Don't worry. I'll walk her home. I think one of these rings. He'll look at his rings. I think one of these is a restoration of some sort. I'll make sure she's fine.
Good. All right.
Lily at this point is like slumped over the table, like a hand on on her glass, and you hear sort of like a loud like snore, like, and she'll like wake herself up from her snore, and she'll like kind of like jostle her drink a bit, and she'll be like and she'll start drinking the alcohol again, leaning further and further back in her chair, like, oh, I think she's going to fall. I better. He will make sure he will sort of gently push her back onto her chair. Well, thank you, Sebastian. Your name's hard to say. Yay. Lily, I think perhaps I gave you a little too much to drink.
You think?
No, you're fine, Sebastian.
Aranis looks at Oleandra. I'm sorry that you have to deal with that.
Oh, darling, don't worry. He's honestly relatively harmless, all things considered. He's a bit of a schmuck, but
I think he doesn't know that he's kind of an idiot.
No, he doesn't.
Well, Oleandra, going off of that, you would know from working with him that while his character is something to be said,
he plays stupid, but
he is. You know him to be quite intelligent, quite shrewd, and he had quite the name for himself back at the Capitol. Like he is the like quintessential rags to riches story. His orphan lineage was like was not news to you. He came up from nothing and became one of the most prominent merchant guild leaders and you would know that the reason why he came to Campion in the first place was because he wanted to cement his name in history. Because there's tons of skilled guild masters in the capital, but there can only be one, founder, and he wanted to be a founder, a name on the wall to be remembered for eternity. And so that's why he came to Campion, which would be a significant. So he would be taking a significant pay cut, dealing with just Campion's limited commerce compared to the capital.
I wouldn't let his appearance fool you. He's very good at what he does. He likes to play stupid. And his character is obviously appalling, but he is a smart man.
Mm. By the way, where's the mausoleum?
Oh, the mausoleum? That's Is it on this? Let me see. Oh, it's southwest.
Where's that in relation to where I will be staying?
West.
Okay.
And south.
Okay.
Southwest.
What? Want to go visit the mausoleum?
By myself, yes.
Why do you want to go by yourself? Do you have some secrets?
Looks over. Anyways.
The mausoleum is a holy place, and even though you are a follower of Solrata, it's still a place of reverence. So if anyone should go with Aranis to such a place, why, it's a cleric.
Clearly. If you want to know more about the mausoleum, I'm not from here, but I could go with you.
I was going to go speak to Sister Nox about some things.
What kind of things?
Looks at she.
Yeah, Frank will say, yeah, what kind of things?
Anos.
That is Anos is the god of the
yes.
dead, of evil, of despair.
Why do you want to talk about him?
I just take a sip of my drink.
Marlo's just been kind of says under his breath, it's so weird. Whenever Mom had daters over, they were really good at holding their liquor. But she's terrible.
Who's your mother?
Oh, her name's Lucille. You probably don't know her.
Oh, I bet she was a ball.
Yeah, I
she
could see
around
that. Area-wise, she always came to visit, so I guess she was always close. But, she never stayed for long.
Interesting.
Her and her sisters, mostly.
It feels like we might be sort of splitting up for the night soon, but before we do, I know we're all sort of strangers, and we just met the other day, and we're all kind of recruited for the mayor search and all that. But, I'd just like to float the idea that, if any of you need any other help for anything, I could use, an excuse to, help you. And, despite, seeing murdered things and corpses and the like, I think help me out here.
You think
I
we
think
could
I'll
be a...
Touch is what you're saying?
Yeah, this needn't be the end of this little gathering. If,
Well, I think-
if you don't want it to be.
Well, I think we are going to be working together, given we were hired for this I wouldn't say conspiracy, but this case, and it seems to be far from over.
It just seems like we don't really have a lead.
Well, we're showing the envoy around,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, we're doing that. I
You
suppose
better be
that's
paying
the
me
next
extra
thing.
for that. That wasn't part of the deal.
But yes,
We don't pay you anything, Frank.
Well, they're going to pay me.
I think that's the new acting mayor's job. He's going to pay all of us.
But
You
in the
better.
meantime, in the next couple days, there's some alchemy things we'd like to work on. And maybe the next time we meet up, we can, be a little more prepared.
I'm slated to perform tomorrow, so maybe you can come see me perform.
I'd
Oh,
love
where are
to.
you performing?
Darling.
Looks at the stage.
So, yes, here.
Cool. What are you gonna play?
Well, I'm a singer mostly, but I also have a harp. It's an interesting harp. I think you'll like it.
I always
I
like the
like to
string
hear-
instruments more than, I kind of glance over to the piano, the magical piano.
At this point,
Oh,
the
you know,
the music's back going, and it's a more upbeat tune at this point. And it's
Mhm.
a good old jam. People are
Uh,
bobbing their heads to the music.
In a technicality, a piano could be considered a string instrument in a way. A harp is basically a piano with parts stripped off. But
I look
You hear
at
shouting from the stage. It's percussion, baby.
man, that
it's-
guy's got ears.
No. it's not a percussion instrument. He's an idiot.
I look at did Clove tell us about Carol? Or no, hold on. Her name's Carla.
Carla.
Carla. Yep, Carla. Did you tell us about Carla at all?
You saw me talking to her, so you could ask if you want.
By the way, who's the mystery woman there?
Oh,
Is she-
apparently that's Carla. She's a traveling merchant. Just sort of here to make some deals, and didn't seem like she was planning on staying long.
Would was she in the caravan by any chance, DM? Or is she like separate from
roll
the caravan?
me. I'm gonna say roll me a history check to see if you remember on whether or not she was there.
Okay.
With an 11, she looks vaguely familiar.
Hmm.
You think she might have been in the caravan with you, but you're not 100% sure.
My memory's a bit foggy. Perhaps she was with us. But Aranis gets up. I'm going to be on my way. Speak with Sister Nox. I will see you all tomorrow, I assume.
Would love to see you. It'd be nice to have.
Oh, it's too
someone
late.
to
Basilism
see you.
closed, my dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll
so
see
you
at
don't want the wine?
Oh. Did we have wine? I don't know the timeline of things right now.
Frank
Yeah,
will
I
take
know.
the wine that you got for him and drink it himself.
Oh,
You have to pay for that, you know.
Oh, no, he ordered it.
I didn't. Well, you're drinking it, so
Oh, but you
I
ordered
guess
it.
you pay for it. Oh.
Oh, but you ordered it.
Yeah, but
So was Frank saying the mausoleum's closed?
Mausoleum's closed. Too late for the
Hmm.
mausoleum to be open. You go back tomorrow.
Mm,
Which,
fair enough.
as the night is wrapping up, slowly people start to leave. It is not a weekend after all, so people were, here to sort of, in their own way, cope with the death of the mayor in whatever way they saw fit. So maybe it was treated more as a weekend than it should, but many people have worked bright and early. But we need to determine how quickly the envoy is going to arrive.
Ooh.
All right, so in 3 days, the envoy arrives. So you guys have 2 days. You may do what you will with them. If you have something specific you would like to do, I think.
I mean, I got a show, baby.
All right, we could do a show for Oleandra. We could roll some checks for that, see if we can do some gold. Frank will do some. Well, since Frank's not here, I'll have him do odd jobs, and he'll have a good payment for that.
I would like to definitely go to the mausoleum
All right,
and
we will
talk with Sister
pull
Nox.
you to the mausoleum. Then, are you going to attempt to go with Aranis despite regardless of what he wants, or do you have something else in mind?
If I notice him going to the mausoleum, yeah.
All right, so here's what okay. So Aranis, roll me a stealth check, and against she's perception.
Okay, I was trying to, because Aranis isn't trying to hide or anything, but.
Well, sure, but you're trying to go. This is just because you're trying to go by yourself. This isn't you actually hiding and being stealthy.
Okay.
This is more just like, can you avoid she? Uh-oh. You cannot avoid she. So, all right, I will.
You'll be coming.
All right, I will snap you both and drag you to the mausoleum. And we'll start with you guys.
Time
Who's
moves
got the bird's
fast
eye
in these
view?
lands.
Alrighty. The next day, you guys go. Well, Aranis, you leave bright and early, and as you exit the sort of shack that you guys are staying at, as you open the door, right in front of your face is she waiting outside.
Hi, good morning.
Leave.
I mean, we're both leaving, right?
Aranis kind of tilts their head forward a little bit. What are you doing?
I'm coming with you.
No, you're not.
Why not?
Sighs. You can come as far as the door.
I mean, I think the mausoleum would be pretty cool to see anyway, so I'm just gonna go check it out.
You go as far as that, and then I need to talk to Nox privately.
About what?
Just starts walking.
I am walking along.
All right, you get to the mausoleum door entrance. The building is made out of a marbled stone. It is one of the nicer buildings by far in the town. You think it was specially constructed in this way to honor the dead. There is a chimney stack, though, towards the back. It would appear as if a lot of the cremations are done here as well. It is not currently going or active, if you will.
It's so pretty.
It's a place of death.
Yeah, but it's, it's a pretty little building. It's important that it's comforting for people who are dying.
I'm aware. Goes up to the door. Do.
After a brief pause, the door opens, and you see Sister Nox of the Death Painter Order. And she will say, "There is no need to knock. This is a place of reverence. Please be quiet, if you will. But you are welcome in."
I am definitely coming in.
I go in first.
Oh, wow. Character development.
Character development.
Amazing.
Well, it's a place of worship.
As you enter, you see a statue of Anos in the middle. To give you a picture of what the statue looks like, you know those the Egyptian statues of I'm blanking on the name, but of the that like dog kind of thing. What is that?
Yeah.
It's a mixture of like the face is like
Anubis,
a mixture of a dog. Yeah, the Anubis. Mixture of a dog and like that of a crocodile. It's like a fused animal kind of thing, and it's but this weird like
almost like
giant humanoid thing. Yeah. And as you come in,
like
you're
an
immediately
offering
overcome. There's not an offering jar, but there you see flowers are laid out in front of certain urns. Some of them have gathered more dust than others. There's a strong smell of incense in the main room there, and you're immediately caught by the heat of just all the candles. Like the temperature inside here is at least 5-10 degrees hotter than that outside. And
Very
the air is very thick with that incense and that smell. As you've come so early in the morning, you are the only people here other than Sister Nox.
I go up to the statue and offer a very quick, silent prayer to Anos. As I think I found them, the one. Because it's fun to play around with memory stuff. Maybe he forgot that he's a follower for a bit. But I offer up a prayer to Anos.
All right, what are you going to pray?
I just say, in my head, Anos, on this path of death, may we find an answer to the problem we face. I just nod, and I look at Sister Nox.
She will nod, approving of. She obviously she didn't hear your prayer because it was inward, but she approves of your act of reverence. Is there something I can help you with?
I'll also come up to the statue and not like give a prayer to Anos, but I'll like respectfully acknowledge it.
I was wondering if you could give me some guidance, sister, on something that I am dealing with. I have not talked to many in my travels, but it seemed a good opportunity to talk to you on this matter. May
Of
we talk
course.
privately?
What could I do to help? Privately?
I look at the bird.
Wave.
Sister Nox will walk over to the urns, and you see all of these urns. They have at the top. They have the person's name very small lettering, but and underneath is this strange whitish, slightly faded parchment. But and on the ink on it seems to be very wet. And Sister Nox will pull out literally a paintbrush, and it doesn't appear to have any ink on it at all, but she will like sort of begin to paint over the urn, and you can see the paint on the urn begin to swirl and change, and the picture on it kind of changes to a shape that wasn't even you'd think even possible with the way she's gesturing. She's just going slow sort of zigzag side to side, but instead the picture you're getting is more of this swirl and this like jarring shapes, and even at some points you think that this black ink is sort of, the tint is slightly changing to that of maybe slight purple and then back to black, maybe, and then maybe a little brown or silver and back. And she will say, I am afraid I have much to do today, but you are welcome to speak freely here.
I look at she. I'd rather you not be here for this. It's not pleasant.
Why isn't it pleasant?
Oh, if it is not pleasant, all the more reason for her to stay. Anos is the god of despair, after all. You can show your reverence in your pain.
I look at she, like death glare. Well, just a glare, not a word.
To the it's a secret.
Yeah.
Roll me perception check at disadvantage.
Cool. Perception, you said?
Yeah, disadvantage.
Cool. Is it gonna roll? Maybe. There we go.
Wow. Okay, not bad. Even with his blindfold, you get the feeling that he's staring daggers at you.
But yes, I just say, you wanted to know more. This is as much as you get for now. If you don't tell anyone until I find it absolutely necessary.
I will nod and make a show of closing my beak.
Aranis takes off the blindfold, and what she would see, and I have art for it, but it would be a hassle to update the token.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Is that his, and you saw hints of it above the blindfold. His eye sockets are deeply burnt in and heavily scarred around the eyes. A deep purplish blue burn that is digging into the face. And he has these violet, very bluish violet eyes that are very bright. And then he unclicks the what's the word, brace on his gauntlet, and he takes it off, and his entire left arm is a bluish black burnt charred mess, kind of faintly glowing from within.
Ah, my child, you've known such pain.
Yes. I have been touched by the miasma since birth.
I see.
And the bindings that my Claret order have put on my back, I feel them getting a tad weaker. My eyes would, from time to time, light a flame. I was wondering if you might have anything that could aid in this matter to keep it more manageable.
I'm afraid all I can offer is solace for the dead. It is not my dominion to care for the living. I'm afraid I do not know a way to assist you further. Although, should you show what I should say a reverence for Anos, he is known as the god of night. Perhaps darkness would be welcome for you over the flame.
Thank you. And definitely, I needed an answer. I have not stopped by one of the temples in so long, especially these past 3 months.
Understandable. You must be new. I thought you looked new to town, but I admittedly do not get out much.
It's been a long road, but one that Anos surely is entertained by, even in the slightest forms.
I'm sure he watches us all intently from above, keen on our suffering and that which stirs in the darkness.
And might I ask you a question while we're here?
You may.
It is... Have you noticed any strangeness throughout the town of Campion in recent years or months or weeks? Anything out of the ordinary?
I'm afraid you might have to be more specific. I'm afraid many things seem strange to me. Those who do not follow Anos as I do are quite odd to me.
Any odd behaviors of people that even to you seem odd? Any rumors of creatures? I've been sent here by the Hunters Guild and my Claret order to help out, but so far I'm not seeing too much in the light of monsters, except for wolves.
she will gesture to some of the newer looking urns and say, "These were all victims of wolf attacks. I believe, and I don't know for sure, but I believe they were all either hunters or gatherers that would go out into the wildlands to bring back what they could find."
And how recent, or what's the sporadic nature of these deaths? How often?
A little too often. But, well, death comes to us all eventually.
Yeah, it does, sister. Thank you for your guidance. I will take what you said into consideration. And I would ask that you keep my condition the utmost secret. Not many people fare kindly with it or understand it too well.
Your wounds, there is an aura to them. And she will reach out and like grab rather firmly your arm and like your scars, and I'll leave it up to you on whether or not it still causes you pain, or if it or if it's just an old wound at this point.
Mm-hmm. To Aranis, who is in constant pain from the arm, it is no strange sensation.
And while her eyes are covered too, you can feel her almost like staring through her shade at you, and she will say, "Remember, through Anos, there is comfort. Through evil and despair, it is a natural order of things. Perhaps if you embrace these things, you will find the answers you seek."
Mm.
And she will let go of your arm.
I take out the ointment that I got from, like the mixture that I got from Lily, and I rub it over the charred arm, and just kind of flex it and put the gauntlet and brace back on. The hinges just squeak.
As you are rubbing it in, you do see on your arm what looks to be a trace amount of that black paint. And you see it sort of like swirling and moving on your arm before disappearing.
Oh.
Fascinating.
And then I put my blindfold back on. You've given me much to think about, Sister Nox.
I hope I was helpful.
You were. Quite more than I expected. I will bring flowers next I visit. For Anos, and for you.
That is unnecessary. But I appreciate the thought.
I just give a half bow, and I will walk over to she. Let's walk, ask your questions, and that's it.
I will nod and follow. And I will kind of like
first.
say goodbye to Nox.
She, as you leave, you feel the self-imposed binding on your beak. The moment you leave the mausoleum, you're like, it's free, it's done.
You may ask 5 questions.
All right.
Aranis holds up 5 fingers.
She will nod. Okay. You were mentioning the like you were touched by miasma or something. How? Like, what happened?
He lowers one finger. My mother came into contact with it while she was with child. At the time, she did not know. When I was born, a trace amount of that was within me.
Cool. I don't know if it's cool. Maybe cool is the wrong word.
Cool would definitely be the wrong word.
Yeah, given that it burns me.
No.
It's kind of metal though. That's the point.
I mean, hot instead.
There you go. It's a little hot, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Does it do anything cool?
I look at she, and a little flicker of flame comes in my hand, and I just point at my blades. I can imbue it within my blades, and I can shoot it from my face to deal damage.
That's pretty cool.
But my blindfold keeps it limited. This is a limiter. But if it breaks, well, I'll just be erupting flame.
That does sound a little metal, though.
It deals a great deal of pain to my enemies and to myself.
And well, if it hurts you, maybe that's less useful, but still cool.
All right, lowers a second finger.
Can you guys hear my cat hooting?
I cannot hear a cat. No.
Okay, she's like hooting. She goes, "Ah."
She's a fan.
My
She's a
cat
fan.
hoots. She doesn't meow.
You
she
know,
hoots.
I've never heard of a cat hooting before, but I
Well,
love this image.
I
and
have.
She hoots.
It's beautiful when it happens.
It's not like a.
Anyway, sorry for interrupting.
Oh, you're good.
No, you're fine. Cat interruptions are always worth it. So did it like affect your mom at all, or just you?
You see Aranis kind of flinch for a moment. Pauses. She was cured of it. Before she had me. But
Oh.
like I said, it was an after effect on myself.
So like, have you not tried to get cured of it like she did, or does it not work? Or...
For many years, my family looked for a cure. It's when I became a blood hunter. They helped me contain it and train it.
Do you want to be a blood hunter, or was it just because they helped you?
Lowers another finger. I like my work.
Just like?
It is all I know. I've been doing it since I was but a boy.
I guess that makes sense. I guess as long as you don't hate it, it's fine.
I believe in what I do.
I suppose that's as good as any reason.
One more
How many
question.
fingers? One more?
One more.
Okay. So... So your blindfold is like a weird limiter thing. Is the thing on your arm too?
No, that's so I can move my arm. The arm is quite useless without mobility aids. It's so charred the nerves are dead.
No. Well, that's a pretty cool aid. Who made it for you? Or is that another question? It's a cool aid.
My mentor, Aranis.
I thought your name was Aranis.
It is now.
Oh. Does he know that you have his name?
I'll just look at him. He gave it to me before he died.
Oh.
And I'll just continue walking.
After a moment, I will catch up.
All right, we will jump to. Let's do Clove
Evil.
next. Clove,
Evil
what would you
laughter.
like to do?
I don't have too much in mind.
Oh,
I'm gonna
jeez,
spend
Nebulous.
some time to sort of flavor work on my level 2 abilities. That includes infusing what appears to be a small barrel with all sorts of arcane runes and adding like a little carrier to it so it can be used as like a like attached to the saddlebags essentially, as well as a little slingshot that I've been tinkering with it. I used it in the battle, but I'm kind of adding on to it with some arcane runes and things like that. And some other magical goodies, but those can be worked on later. And then I guess if I have any remaining time, you said there was like some opportunities to make some light coins, so maybe I just do some like alchemy work.
You want to do some work for Nebulous?
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Don't
like,
do it.
roleplay
It's a
in mind,
trap.
but I might as well make some money.
It's an unpaid internship.
It's a
Alright,
toxic internship.
Let me pull you over to.
They're illegal in
Nebulous,
every
then.
aspect of the empire.
The Capitol warned me about this.
Wait. All right, you're doing some work for Nebulous. There's less coffee out now, but there's still some coffee out. And Nebulous would say, "So, Clove, tell me what's on the plan today? Are you going to help me with my coffee or something else?"
Something else?
Fine.
I mean, I'd prefer to work on, alchemy.
But coffee's a form of alchemy. It's all in the eye of the beholder, Clove.
Have you ever considered buying it?
It's 30 gold, Clove. I'm not gonna buy a coffee for 30 gold. Are you insane?
So you want me to buy a coffee for 30 gold? Or steal it, or...
Oh, steal it. You're willing to steal it? Oh, I didn't. Oh, Clove, I didn't realize.
I'll just give him, like, a look.
I mean, if you're willing to steal it, Clove, very good.
Is there any
I'll give
alchemy
you
work you need doing today, sir?
Oh, I suppose there's a few potions. Tell you what, you help me out, and if you do a good job, I'll throw in a brew. I'll give you something to take home.
Sure.
Jeez.
Not gold, of course. Unpaid internship. But maybe a potion or something.
I believe the word is apprenticeship.
Well, tomato. Anyway, come. Let's over here to the. Over here, we'll brew some things together, Clove.
All right.
Now, Clove, please don't go over the desk like that. You're rather large. I'm afraid. It's gonna give out at some point. But it's fine. It's fine, Clove. It's fine.
Alrighty.
All right. Why don't you give me kind of
Arcana, maybe?
Yeah, give me 3 Arcana checks.
Oh, well, I'm quite good at Arcana, so hopefully I don't whiff these.
Yes. Excellent. Yes, excellent.
21 on the first.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
10.
Not great.
Got a plus 7.
Brought it back in.
There we go, 17.
17. All right. You do pretty well. Nebulous catches you on the second one. Like, no, that's a mistake. We need to use these herbs. These herbs need to be muddled a lot further than what you're doing.
Yes, it's a little hard to focus with you kind of, like leaning on my fluff.
Well, Clove, your fluff is sort of everywhere, but you. Tomato. Anyway, let's see. Let's see if Nebulous thinks you've done a good enough job. You got 2 out of 3, so 66 or lower, and I'll get you a potion. Let's see. 47. Hey, that's lower than 66. Well, Clove, I suppose you've done good enough. And well, look, it's been brought to my attention that perhaps I'm a bit hard on you.
Clove will just
A
like
bit.
wait for the next sentence.
Yeah, the other shoes.
I take it
dropping
by your
soon.
silence you disagree with that, which I'm good. I'm glad everything's okay. But anyway, you know, I've heard you've been doing things for the town protector recently, and you know, dangerous things. You know, going in the wildlands, that's dangerous, Clove. And well, you know, accidents happen out in the wildlands, and you best be prepared. And this will help you be prepared. And he will pull out a potion, and as he sort of jostles it in his hand, you can see that this potion is like thick, and it's almost like a molasses. Like it doesn't really like jiggle around and slush around like say a healing potion would. This is a what color? This is a brown potion, and it's as thick as molasses. You can see how it goes around. This well, if things go tits up, this will help. It is.
You know, I'm not. If this is one of your like after dark potions,
No, not that kind of tits up. If someone should be injured severely, this will help. Say they break a bone. You know, you just you set the bone, you make them drink this, they'll be fine in like a minute.
so it's a healing potion, or
A special kind. This can heal injuries that may occur. The healing potion, they can heal wounds, but you know, if you break a bone, the healing potion's not going to help you with that.
all right.
You have a potion of bonding, so this can heal.
Huh.
Yeah, we're this kind of campaign, so
Oh.
smile.
No, I'm like, this is interesting because I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, so
I do have
this
6
kind of
slings to
potion
break.
will not heal you hit points, but if you've been wounded in some way, say, again, like you've broken a bone, maybe, well, I'll keep things light for now. We'll just leave it at broken bone, but, you know,
Yeah.
we'll you know, we might roll for injuries every so often, depending on things that happen. And
Are we
this,
talking system shock, baby? I love that stuff.
So, it is a rather expensive potion too.
Ooh.
So it's good to have one.
He's trying to redeem himself. I like this.
Alrighty.
Interesting.
The normal retail value of a potion of bonding is 100 gold.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right. That's.
It's just
all
been,
I
you know,
think
it's
I-
been sitting on the shelf for a bit, you know.
Is it expired? Is that why it's like molasses? Can you imagine?
I can see in your
think
face,
it's
Clove,
very
you suspect it might be expired. My potions don't expire. They're fine. It's fine.
I mean,
It was
the
always
potion
this thick, I think.
you gave me the other day kind of felt.
Well,
Expired.
Clove, that one was, you know, the page was stuck. Remember in the potion book, I told you this. I didn't know what it did, and again, I felt bad that happened to you, for you.
And that makes you feel like you should maybe.
It makes
say
me feel like
something
now
to
I
me.
know those two pages should not be stuck together. Live and
Well,
learn,
it-
Clove.
In terms of like an apology, how does that make you like in that regard?
Oh, Clove, you don't
No.
need to apologize to me. You're fine. Don't
Well,
worry,
I'm
my
gonna
boy. And
take
he will
my
like clap you on
break
the
now.
shoulders. You're my apprentice. You're my unpaid intern. You're great.
Bye. I'm gonna take my break.
Okay, it's a bit early, but all right, fine. What?
No, I've. This is,
He
bye-bye.
came in on his day off and it was like, oh, you're not allowed to take a break. Yeah, I am.
All right,
Bye bye.
we'll
You
jump.
just do the peace sign and you just phase out of the air.
All right, let's. Marlo, what do you want to do?
Marlo would just be more or less working at the tavern like usual. He would be keeping an eye out to see if the Carla makes any returns to the tavern, though.
I'll give you. So, would this be to like have it a chance to maybe talk to her yourself, or just keeping an eye on her?
He didn't know her at all, right?
No, she's a newcomer.
Okay, interesting. Okay, yeah. Yeah. If if at any point it seemed like she comes in, and then if anyone else joined her, I'd like to know that.
All right, I'll give you decent chances. We'll say 75 or lower. She makes a return visit. 2. That is lower than 75. You do see her come back. As for if she's with someone, it looks like this time she came in with a group of other merchants who you would assume came also in on the caravan that
Okay.
Aranis and she came in.
While if at some point I decide I come over and serve them a drink or something, I'd like to take a bonus action to snap off one of my fingernails and just kind of like embed it under the table.
Ooh, yes.
Okay. Roll me
Yes.
sleight of hand.
Okay.
Swippin, do you want to know what I would do? I just rip out a tooth as my monk. I'd go.
Ew. 16? With a 16, yeah, you're able to. They're distracted talking to each other, having a good time. Here, why don't I even? I'll set up a table, and well, he's technically can't with the group, and there are other people there, but they don't have tokens. You successfully have a fingernail underneath the table.
Okay, and at some point I'll just be like, "Hey, Mr. Taverner, I just need to take a quick break. If that's cool."
Oh, I suppose that's okay, Marlo. I mean, it's a little slow right now. Go ahead.
Appreciate it, and I'll use my remote viewing part of my token, my hag token, to let me just see, where is it? So for a minute, I don't know where I can click it from. I can basically hear from that position. Hear, I think hear and see from there, or maybe it's one or the other.
It's either or, if I'm correct, for Eerie Token.
I would prefer to hear then. Yeah, let me see. Remote viewing. How do I display this? Maybe this? Yeah, okay. So for 1 minute, I can see and hear from the token
Yep,
as if I was
you're
located.
just blinded and deafened, yeah.
Yeah, so I can't.
All right.
I guess I'm not seeing. I'm only seeing laps and stuff, but I can still hear from that position. So, it. I guess I would ideally have a part of that minute might have something interesting that she might say, but if they're just talking about random stuff, fair enough.
It's mostly just shooting shit. However, you do hear Carla talking to the person you know as the curator, and you hear her, seemingly angry. She's like, "You can't bring illegal paraphernalia to a town, especially didn't you hear they're expecting an envoy? If they find out that you brought this stuff, it's gonna the whole caravan's going to be affected by your stupidity. Who even gave you that? You didn't." Well, I can't give up my secrets. Sometimes we just have to partake, or we know a guy. Like, well, tell your guy to fuck off, because you are putting everything in jeopardy. If they find out that you're selling things like this, we're through. Like, we could go to jail. You moron. And that's basically the gist of what you get.
Okay.
Uh-oh, and Frank bought some. Oh no.
Good to know.
Are we surprised
and then-
Frank has made a choice?
No, Frank's based. Frank cannot have any flaws.
I'm based with.
And then I'll, after the minute's up and I exit my trance, I'll just come back and resume my job, and that's all I really wanted to do.
Sure.
Nice.
And then I think last but not least is Oleandra, who is taking her own chance to perform at the tavern, unless there is something different you wanted to do instead.
No, I definitely want to do that. I just think I might check in with my guildmaster before I start anything. If he has anything for me, and if he doesn't, that's fine, and we can just skip to this.
Everything at this point is just like, last minute preparations for the envoy to come.
Okay, perfect. Then we'll just do this.
All right. What are you going to sing? What are you going to perform? Something just, your normal bardic repertoire? Are you going to use your folk song that you learned? What's the plan?
I'll do my normal repertoire first, and then I'm just gonna throw in the folk song kind of near the end of the night and see how it plays.
Alrighty, so I'll say this: the folk song is a bit more out there, and you risk doing that. So I'll say, if you use your normal bardic repertoire, you have the chance to get more money. If you just stick to that, if you're doing things like the folk song, you have the chance to work towards upgrading said folk song. But if you mess up the folk song, that's going to affect your tips.
Can Ernest be there to watch?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I definitely want money for this one, so maybe we'll skip the folk song this time.
All right, just looking for some cash.
Yes.
Alrighty. Roll me a performance check.
Please roll well for once, please. No, never. I can never roll well with this character. She hates me.
You start to do your set. You're feeling a little jittery. It's been a few days. A lot of things have happened. You feel like you haven't really practiced as much as you would have liked to, and your performance is starting to fall a little flat. But as this happens, Jet will scurry onto the stage and whip out his piano and begin to accompany you, and he will wink at you and say, "Don't you worry, Oleandra, I got you." And if you would like, you can re-roll again your performance check, but then you'll have to split the tips. So you have the chance to earn more and split it, or you get what you get with your 9.
Not too much better, honestly, but why do I roll so bad with her? Everything is bad.
Hey, you're getting out the kinks. You're warming up. I think it works perfectly.
Well, I will say that my one piece of fun equipment is the little like harp that does illusions, like the one that Coral has.
Yes.
So I at least have my little illusion harp going.
All right. Tragic rolls. You earn yourself 3 gold.
That make that 5 gold. Aaronus tips 2 gold.
Just to me, though, right?
Yeah, just to you.
Thank you. I feel very bad. Just like, Aaronus, I have to apologize. I think all of this just sort of threw me off, and while I loathe being rescued by Jet, I am in some ways grateful to him, although I know he's going to lord it over me later.
Oleandra, hearing you perform couldn't help but make me think you're going to make a great merchant guild leader someday. Smell you later. And he will leave.
I trip him.
All right. You attempt to trip him.
Yeah.
Let's see. I guess that would be a dexterity saving throw for Jet. Let me see. What was his dex be?
Sure, he's probably pretty dexterous, I imagine.
He's a bard, not a rogue.
Not bad.
You trip him, but he turns the trip into like a flourish kind of roll, and he like rolls out of it, stands back up, and like slicks his hair back, and he turns around, looks at you, winks, and walks away.
And I look at Oleandra.
Look, he's a douchebag, but he didn't have to do that, so that was relevant. Outside of the insulting comment, which is just his standard, I hate him, he hates me, but that was somewhat friendly in a way, in a very weird, twisted way.
Your music is pleasant.
Usually it's good. Tonight was not, and I appreciate you being kind to me.
I'm being honest, it's pleasant to hear. I'm a fan of the arts and nice things.
Seymour
So,
Stuggins will come by. Oh, that was great, Alejandro. I can tell you learned everything from me. I can tell. And he like sort of stumbles a bit. He stumbles a bit. Oh, Billy boy, there's a scar.
I just fucking start singing it with him, and I direct the effects at Jet.
Yep, and I'll just look at her. Your first drink's on me tonight, if you want
Bless
it.
you.
And then
Bless your heart.
I'll look at Carla as I sit back down. So, Miss Carla, have we met before? My memories are a bit...
Oh, my flame
foggy.
dice freaked out. What happened? Oh my god. Okay, there. I was trying to do embarrassed face, like, oh,
Woo.
flirting. All right. So that pretty much wraps up the next couple of days for you guys. The following morning, well, more like it was just before midday. You guys are throughout the town doing, your various things when you hear from the town gates. You hear the sound of trumpets, like. And you take that as a signal that the envoy to the Empire has arrived.
Ooh.
Prep that real fast here. Get all the tokens in place. Let's see, we got those here. You over here. Frank's already there. Arlo.
Everybody's here.
Everybody's here.
Now we can all die by Inquisitor hands together.
Woot.
Let's see. Then, well, we need Lysander's there. We need Sebastian. There we go. All right. I will now bring y'all over here. Activate.
Whoa.
You see stepping out of an ornate carriage 2 individuals, a human female and a half-elf female paladin. The woman steps out and is immediately greeted by Lysander and Sebastian, and she will introduce herself. Yes, hello, my name is Ramidel. Sorry, I said her name. Goddamn it, I said her name wrong. Ramilde.
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 How do you spell it?
Romildei.
Nope, not even close.
I'm Envoy Ramilde from the Empire. This is my... protector, I suppose. This is, because I'm blanking on the freaking word.
Inquisitor?
Well, not Inquisitor, but, escort. That's escort. This is my escort, Inquisitor Gilannis. That's Jilannys. And worth noting, while she is a half-elf, she's, rather short. She's not so short that she's, like, dwarf size, but, she's... on the shorter side. She's like, maybe 5'3"-ish. And after they introduce themselves, Lysander Hamill will step forward and he'll say, my welcome, ladies, to this town of Campion. I am Lysander Hamill, the town protector, and this is Sebastian Armalis, merchant guild leader. The envoy will say, It is a pleasure. And she seems very prim and proper, and she'll give a small bow. And she'll say, "Is the mayor present? Like, I was expecting to meet with him. Lyle Craven, I believe." Yes, about that. He unfortunately has passed recently. We can get into more details about that, but here might not be the best place. I see. That is unfortunate. Yes, this is Inquisitor Gelanis. I picked her specifically to accompany me so that you would not be offended, Mr. Protector. She is an Inquisitor of Tana, not Sol Rada, which I've heard you are not on good terms with.
She's an Inquisitor of whom?
Of the goddess Tana, who is the goddess of fire, the crusade, revenge. And war.
Ooh.
As she says so, the Inquisitor will step forward and step right up to Lysander, and even though she's small, she's quite intimidating. Like, in fact, let's have her just roll an intimidation check. Let's see here. Let's see who would find her intimidating. Who would be?
I like in my notes, I just have Jelanus, parentheses, half elf, additional parentheses, short.
A 21 intimidation. So,
Oof.
those of you who would like to roll against that, you can, what would be a good roll against intimidation? Would that be,
Wisdom save?
Yeah, Actually, I feel like that would be more of a charisma save. Roll me a
I guess so,
charisma
yeah.
save, if you would like to try and not be intimidated by her. Ooh, Clove. Clove does not give a fuck.
I need a nat 20 for this. It's not gonna
I've
happen.
had enough with bullies today.
No more
rolled
bullies
straight
today.
D20.
I rolled acceptably, and yet
Mm-hmm.
still not enough.
I was off put.
It
I
is.
don't have a
simply
modifier in charisma.
not
So I had to
Oh, I
roll.
rolled a wisdom saving throw for Frank, but it doesn't matter because like he rolled terrible.
Oh, there we go.
She will walk straight up to Lysander Hamill, like look up at him, and she'll say, "So is that? Sorry, I'm getting her voice wrong. I take it that's Claire behind you." And she nods at him, and he's you can. Lysander's kind of taken aback by that, and Sebastian like tries to. Yes, well, anyway, now that we're all acquainted, why don't we give you a tour of the town? Come, Lysander, come. Everyone, let's go.
And I assume when those things blew, we would have scuttered off before they got there to warn Lily and them to just keep a low profile.
Not quite yet, but you will have the time to do that. But roll me. What? Roll me perception checks, all of you, to see, because she mentioned a Claire, and you're not exactly sure what that means. But if you roll high enough, perhaps you can glean something.
The player thinks it's his sword.
Best one was a 15, I think.
15. Oh, and then Frank didn't roll.
19.
Frank somehow does, or Marlo does all right.
15 from Frank.
Right.
Marlo, you well, actually, so this was this caught Lysander so off guard that you could see him twitch, and you could see from behind, because especially since you have a view from behind, some of you pick up on him briefly reaching back and just quickly touching his blade from behind his back. Not like he's gonna draw it out from like over his shoulder, but reaching back just like to like comfort of knowing that it's there. And then before quickly returning.
Conspiracies begin. Claire is a soul trapped inside a sword.
And with that, we will continue next time.
Oh, that was fun. That was fun.
Yay!
I'm a crispy boy. That's my secret. Slaps. This boy has so much chronic pain.
So much crisps.
All right, give me 1 second here because we have fan art.
It's
it's show.
Yeah,
Well, there's lots of fan art that I just haven't shown from previous weeks.
Yeah, and I posted Aranis's without blindfold design and his old stuff for reference too.
Ooh.
I just need to update something.
Let me get all
Very
these
good
links.
all around. We're learning. We're learning.
New clove art is in the horizon.
It is.
No, that's not.
Also, it's just satisfying to see Swippin play a Hexblood and a Hexblood monk because, like I said, that's my current character. My long-term game is a Hexblood monk, and I love seeing all the uses. And I'm like, I know what that is. I'm so happy to see it.
Because
I barely
copying
use
all
my
this over
token
before
anymore.
I show it. I think got a lot from Jas, especially. Jas is a giga chat
Killing it.
and has
Jas is killing it.
Jas killed it during Mansion of Madness as well, and they're back to kill it some more with Aftermath. And I'm very, I mean, the key to my heart, fan art.
Also, I just uploaded my new Oleandra art.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh! Where'd you get that?
Everyone's freaking out. I haven't even seen it yet.
It's AI because I'm broke.
Oh, okay. Well, it's still really good. It's a good start, you
We have a
know.
lot to show because I neglected to show it last time when I meant to. Yeah,
How dare you?
I forgot about the GIF. That's fucking funny.
At some point, I have like a little budget, and the artist I really want, I'm working on a commission scale with. I just need to get money.
Oh, let me actually let me just because I realized let me post both of his blindfold, non-blindfold because it's not here.
Oh, I'm gonna stop my music. I've heard enough quid pro quo for one day.
There we go.
Almost done. I have to do this carefully because if I click the wrong button, then it's gonna show my my Foundry info, and then it will be just like, well, guess I'm gonna
It's
be
all over.
doxed. Or I guess I can.
Well, if you click the other wrong button, it's going to show all the NSFW Marlo fan art. So, got to be careful for that.
Yeah, I am a fan of maid outfit Marlo.
Yeah, it was my favorite, honestly.
Top tier. Just can't be contained. There we go.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like,
everything
ooh, generous.
There we go. Everything's in the correct order now.
Almost through it all. We're getting there.
They're perfect. I posted mine at the perfect time then.
Wait, this reference is the new art?
The one
Oleandra, Izzy?
yeah, that's
your holy shit.
It's really good. It's a really good temp that you got, Ivy. It's really good.
Yeah.
Who you'll have to tell me who that artist is. I might have to mention
It's AI, honey. It's fake.
That's AI?
It is. I use something called Starlight AI. Sometimes you get lucky, but
Careful.
I have to do
you gotta be careful with that sort of thing.
Yes, I know.
It's a good temp.
Placeholder.
The trick is to look at the hands. That's
Don't
how
look
you
at the
know.
hands.
The hands actually look okay.
The left hand looks pretty good. The right hand looks a little wonky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's
But, like,
definitely
you're-
it's
Oh,
definitely
yeah, now I
a
see it.
Yeah, it's definitely a little weird, but it'll work
Good
as a
start.
placeholder instead of the.
I
the
mean,
crappy portrait
my
of a dream.
mantra with everything is if I can afford, you know, to hire an artist, I will always hire
Oh.
an artist.
Oh
By
yeah.
the way, Trez,
Yeah.
I have a gift for you.
Oh.
Because I work with my co-DM, we both have a bunch
that's
of
fine.
resources for character portraits that we bought that you can use for free.
Ooh,
Um,
nice.
Yeah, so I'll get those all organized for you and send them your way
Alright.
because it's got like different races and stuff.
I know the screen is blank, and I will. Will gameplay do? I'm looking at my different.
I love this person's
No, you won't pull
username.
up what I want.
Has Focus in it.
Normal shit. Normal shit's what I want. There's a black box here. Why is the black? What is this? Oh, it's my camera that's not on. I don't.
They do be like that sometimes.
Yay! I see art.
Away.
I see art.
Away.
I got black box.
Camera. Yeah, the black box is my camera, which is facing down. All right. This is from session 1 when a lot of the art was still not finalized, and this I think most of this is by Jas. So we got Frank and Oleandra.
Yay!
Nice.
We have Marlo and Clove.
Yeah, baby.
So cute.
Let's go.
No,
And
close
we
the
have
Seven
Aranis
four.
and his best friend She.
Yay! Look, they bonded. They bonded for real this time.
They
Yeah.
did.
friends.
Group
man.
shot.
No, I gotta make friends with she.
TM friends.
Group shot.
The
Very nice group
squad.
shot. The squad. Another group shot.
You're so tall.
Yeah, how tall is Marlo?
6'4".
Aaron is
Oleandra's-
too.
Oleandra's like 5'11".
The Starbucks logo on Nebulous. I'm a master chemist, Clove. I can't be defeated by fucking coffee.
Dude, when I saw that in the
Look.
chat, I screamed a little bit.
Well, look, as a former barista myself, I get that.
I think that one's
It is
gonna have to
science.
go on my on Twitter for my. We have.
Yeah, I love this one
Oh,
so
yeah.
much.
We have
Yeah,
that.
it's
But wait, it gets
shaking.
better.
Yeah. I love it.
Accurate.
That is their relationship right
It
now.
really is.
How old is she?
Aarakocra ages are a little weird, but around human years, like 20.
Okay, so Aranis is older than you. Aranis is almost 30.
Yeah.
So she's like 2.
Yeah, so definitely dad vibes.
Party
yeah.
walking into the Smith. Got comic now. Ooh.
I like that. I love that I'm in the back. Attention to detail is accurate.
Yeah, very good. Yep.
And what can I do for you? We have a letter from the Merchants Guild.
The Merchants Guild.
Merchants Guild.
And then we have.
It's cute.
She should really.
Marlo,
button
do you
up
wanna put
shirt.
that down?
It burns on her chest.
Got it covered.
Yeah, this moment.
Yeah.
This was
the
it.
next one. That's
I
fine,
love
I'm
that.
good.
I can't believe I missed that.
It was really funny.
Explains why all the scratches are on the floor.
Pretty
It
much.
does.
You-
You're
you-
literally the patch.
You have the coffee,
seamers.
right? Well, I went to get coffee and, things got a little strange after that. No, it's all practice. So you're telling me that you didn't get the one thing I asked you to do as my apprentice, Clove?
I love that it gets the
Walks
chair.
away, comes back with chair.
Yeah, this stool is fucking.
Oh no, wait, did I miss
gold.
one?
No,
Oh.
that's it. You're
No, I think
correct.
there's.
Oh
No, I missed. I missed one. Copy link.
Oh,
no! How dare you!
Ugh.
Clove,
Now
you fool!
the
How am I supposed to get my
story's
work done if I
rude.
can't do this? Oh, it's everything. I'm going to do one job. Door opens. Oh, customers.
Oh, hello. I'm not going to kill this child.
Yeah, me being like,
We have-
what are you doing? Can you not? This is
What
my
do you got
friend."
there?
We have Oleandra, which that's. I mean,
Again,
That's-
for AI, amazing. Working
Yeah.
on getting real art from real humans, but
Yeah.
And then the boy.
There is one creature for sure that is not like, a boss creature that I will be commissioning artwork of because it is a special
Yeah.
it is
Ooh.
a special creature, and it is the best thing I've ever created.
This is
So
I'm excited.
eventually you guys will
Roll
come
the fucked up
across
hands while
this
she rolled that.
creature, and let me tell you, oh, it's gonna be magnificent. And well, I can't
That's
I
pretty
can't
good.
say more,
I am
but
afraid.
it's gonna be wonderful.
Ooh la la.
All right, we have Aranis.
Yep.
Aaron's
and this
art?
this art is by Allison World. She
And-
did a really good job.
We have burnt up Aranis.
Yep. He's grumpy.
Crispy
grumpy
recipe
boy.
awareness.
Yep. And then the last one is a close up of his headshot with his scars that my wife drew a few years back when I didn't get to use him originally. And it even shows his neck tattoo. He has a tattoo of a feather
Yo,
on
tattoo
his neck.
bros.
Yep.
Nice.
Wow, I like
And he's
it.
got
Also,
he's
It's
got
really
more
good art.
tattoos. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
show
really
you
good.
guys the full original piece for sure.
because
Cool.
chat's been really good, I think we can show one of the two sneak peeks. For
You want
Clove.
to show a sneak peek?
Yeah, do the one on the right
sneak a
because
peek.
the one on the left is the one that's getting fully colored.
Ooh.
Return of corpse husband.
We get the sneaks.
Th-
And
I-
the peeks.
This is a sneak peek of Clove.
Yeah, so the standing one.
So cute. Oh, I love Clove.
I know. Oh look, it's Private Fiverr.
Adorable.
Fiverr.
So
What?
adorable.
Ha 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 ha.
And hey, it's the
Softest
things-
boy.
I built this session that barrel on his booty and a little slingshot on his waist.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Cute.
Oh yeah,
This
Skunky.
boy.
I think I teased to you before even session 1 happened that there were 2 NPCs that I was excited for you to meet. One being Nebulous, and the other was who you met today, Atlas, the one who's allergic to you.
Oh wow, wow.
I don't even know like how to apologize for that.
Honestly, I will say that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, like, the idea came to me because I'm allergic to fucking everything. So
So
That's fair. I mean, mine's mostly food, really, but I will say that interaction with is his name Jet,
Yes, Jet.
where he
That
kind of came and saved
motherfucker.
me. Honestly, makes me hate him a little less, even though he was a douchebag about it. Because I was like, if that happened to me in real life, I would want someone to come save me if I was bombing. Like, I would hope that it wouldn't get to that point, but
Yeah.
everybody has bad days.
Yeah, everybody has bad days. Yes.
everyone
Look,
makes
last
mistakes.
last Monday, I was hosting my show and I started to feel really terrible and sick during it and realized I was passing a kidney stone while hosting and performing.
Oh
it's
my
like-
god.
Yeah. And I was like, well, I got to get through this. And then I went home and was like, all right, I'm not moving for 2 days.
Ow. That sounds
So, you know,
incredibly
Lord.
painful.
Yeah. And it was dancing too. So it's really fun to dance when
Ugh.
it feels like someone's stabbing you.
Ooh.
And hey, that's showbiz, right? We must be toxic and the show must go on.
The show must go on. But this show must come to an end. But you can catch it live next week, same time, same place, 7 p.m. EST on twitch.tv/TresNoir. Thank you all for joining me. Players, of course, you're wonderful, beautiful human beings. I'm so glad that I get to run this campaign for you. And for those of you
fun.
who stayed around to watch, I'm eternally grateful. And VOD will be on YouTube probably Monday-ish. That's what I'm trying to do. Oh my god, my cat is just hooting away. She wants attention.
Just
I
heard
hear
it
it.
that time.
Yeah, you heard her that
That
time?
little-
Beautiful.
That was cute.
Yes.
Oh, she's so cute.
She is
That's what
very
we love.
cute.
That's what we're here for.
Is baby.
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 Baby cat do 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 do.
And on that note, because we don't want Baby Shark to get the last 5 seconds of ad revenue.
You're welcome.
I will see you all next time.
No.
Have a wonderful night. Until next
Have
time,
a good weekend.
when we deal with the Envoy and the Inquisitor and the
Oh,
sword
boy.
named Claire.
I attacked the. I killed the envoy. I killed him. I killed him. I killed him.
No.
I did.
cast
I
fireball.
killed him, guys.
With my gun.
I saved the day.
Goodbye. Ta-ta.